Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yay! Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. Told him to call me.
You know what? I talked to your mayor.
I'm feeling fly, yeah, I'm so damn fresh. Got that platinum grill, bringing in the chest. Diamonds in my mouth, shining when I speak. That umbrella guy, flossing, speaking geek. Ice on my teeth, I'm dripping so hard. Platinum grills, I'm the king of the boulevard. Throwing money in the club, making haters mad. I'm the baddest in the game, no one gets a pass. Ooh yeah. Crushing all these lines, yeah, I feel fly. Rolling on the dubs, that umbrella guy. Iced out pro on the boulevard. You ain't a comic gangster, don't be playing hard. Ice on my teeth, I'm flying so high. Dropping the bass, that umbrella guy. One grill to rule them all, one grill to bind them. Baby, I'm so iced out, gonna blind them. Rolling in town, I'm an army of one. Doing verbal walk-bys, blazing like the sun. Riding in my whip, crushing false accusers. Dropping off the bass on the real abusers. Yeah. Living life fast, no time for the slow. Justice on my mind, stacking up on that flow. Life in the fast lane, no time to blink. Ice on my teeth, watch it when I speak. Chillin' on my rhymes, never missing the beat. Ice on my teeth, yeah, I'm living that sweet. That umbrella guy, bringing the platinum heat. Crushing every hater, no time for defeat. Ooh yeah.
Ooh yeah, what's up folks? How's it going today? Man, I hope you are doing great on a Friday, by the way. Why don't you tell everybody that we're live, if you would, please? That way, Friday and Saturday are our worst days to go live because, well, it's the weekend, of course. It's also something's just weird about YouTube some days. So Fridays and Saturdays are always those. You got to compete against it. So if you help us out, we would appreciate it. Man, it has been an interesting one today, too. Like it has been really interesting to sit down this morning. Somebody was like, hey, maybe you should check out what's going on YouTube. Not why, what's happening this early in the morning. It's a little early for me. It's really early. My YouTube brain isn't switched on yet. They're like, oh, you want to see this? John Cook, he's live. He's live on the Nat and Flea show. Yeah, so I oh, awful show to listen to, by the way. Awful, God. Man, you don't have to have. Let me say this. I'm not trying to be an ass. Not everybody is going to do great in a spoken realm. Okay, they're just not. Not everybody should be on a panel show, and I mean, I would even venture to say John Cookwood shouldn't be on there, but I guess, he would be a highlight of some of the things that have been going on. So I guess he is a draw for the spectacle. But yeah, terrible show. Very, very awful show. So I got a little bit. And I was like, I can't watch this anymore. It's pretty awful. So transcript wise, I recorded a little bit of it, and good thing because they deleted it, and I went back with the transcript. And funny thing, lots to talk about: protective orders, violations, of course, because when you sit around with third parties and you talk about the protective order you're under, that's a big no-no. That's actually a big no-no. And he decided to go live and discuss it, which I was like, well, that's not very smart. There were also many other things that came up today. Toward the end of the day, I don't know if you know this yet or not. We've gotten the Ray filing. Guess where? Now, looking at the new Ray filing, it's kind of weird. There felt like a lot of copy paste garbage in it. And I believe they tried to pull a little fast one. They did. They tried to change up the mailing. They actually mailed it again from 2L, but this time in the care of. They tried, like I said, to pull a little fast one there, in my opinion, to cover up what they did last time, because there's no reason whatsoever that Ray couldn't mail his own shit. And 2L got herself, she got busted doing something that she shouldn't have, mailing. She got blamed for practicing law without a license. So now I think they're trying to cover that up. It really well reads like that. It's kind of strange. You have Preston having another meltdown yet again. And you had a post that, well, it feels like it's gotten some people worried. Now, I can't legitimately say that this is real or not, but it's got some people worried. And I really, when we go over it, I'm going to tell you, I hope it's real. Also, we've got some really cool stuff to talk about today, like really awesome wares to discuss. I actually need to show this to you. Give me 1 minute about this too. There's just so much on today. It blows my mind, to be honest. I gotta show you some new pictures of something real quick. I gotta send them to myself though. I forgot to send them over. I was like, wait a minute. So give me a second. I'm gonna send those over. We'll start out with this wonder. By the way, for a minute, John Cook, apparently, I guess he was broadcasting from a tent. I thought for a minute he was broadcasting from his porta potty, which I was like, oh man, whatever. I mean, that would be a very bold choice, but no, I guess they're broadcasting from tents. So straight from the tent. It's just kind of odd. I thought, are you really talking about your protective order? You massive morons. And they were complaining about how Ohio is taking away his voice. And I thought, no, you know what? You've taken away your voice. You have. Ohio didn't do it. It's not like some random place did that to you. Okay, so you want to see something really awesome today? Are you ready for this? Your mind will be blown if you watch this, though. So are you ready? Are you ready? Did LMNOP have a clue that he was live? I have no idea. That's a very good question. Thank you all too. I see super chats in, man. That's awesome. I appreciate you folks. That's great, man. I do appreciate it, especially like I said, Fridays. Ugh, I don't know. Friday is not. Friday is like in real life. It's a great day, because everybody they're gonna have stuff to do, weekend wise and everything. But as far as work wise, it's always a Monday. So I'm glad to have y'all here. You all fight off the Mondays, and I appreciate it. Check this out though. Look what we have added to the wonderful, wonderful world of our fenced in realm. Man, isn't this beautiful? Give me a second. I can make sure everything broadcasts correctly too. Oh, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Doesn't that look, well, look, we've had an upgrade in our facilities. Isn't that wonderful? We're getting our construction on. This is how you do it. You got to upgrade your facilities. So we've upgraded. We've gone for the blue bucket, which we still keep around, by the way, just because. Wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? But we still, we needed something better. we needed a live stream room. So we've added this wonderful live stream room right here. Man, isn't that? Oh wait, no, that's a porta potty. My bad. My bad. I get those confused sometimes. So, this was sent to me by one of you wonderful, wonderful folks. By the way, isn't that beautiful there? And well, let me show you something else too while we're at it. Because of course we got to show off the facilities. So during this too, we actually captured a little bit of footage. It's important footage here. If you notice right there in the back, we have our wonderful mobile domicile in the back. Isn't it beautiful? Now, this unfortunately, I don't know what happened. I think it's full of mold. So don't talk about your favorite show. Those weren't the Fleabag stream. Those were the mod stream, man. The mod stream. Oh, that was anything but gold. That was like 9 hours, which it did not. Oh God, I think I would pull out every hair I have on my head if I had to watch the mod show for 9 hours. But look, we have our mobile domicile. Unfortunately, with the mobile domicile here, yeah, like I said, there was a little black mold problem. So, I never understood this, by the way. I never knew that the bank would pull up they pull up a record and try to take away your mobile domicile for black mold. It's very strange indeed. I was just like, yeah, I've only missed 22 payments, and they decided they wanted to take it back. So, in the picture, you can't see them repossessing it yet, but yeah, it's there. This doesn't matter though. As you can see, we have our very well cared for lumber. We're going to start our construction pretty soon. We're going to have our house that's popped up there. It'll be beautiful. It will be a beautiful, beautiful place. Man, do you like that, by the way? That's our $18,000. We spent $18,000 on that just for the black mold. It's pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. We're going to have to, I guess we're going to have to start living in our Jeep. I'm not really sure yet. Not really sure. But yeah, I thought you might find that interesting. Look at that beauty. Look at it. Look at the place. We got an aerial overview. Look at that. Oh no, one of the turtles is escaping. I repeat, look, he's dug out of the facility. Oh my God. You can see him. He's trying to make a run for it over here in the corner. I repeat, there's a turtle on the loose. No, there's a live turtle on the loose. Oh my God. I'm telling you. Look, look, there's another one. No, look at him. He's biting the butt of a dead one. Little monster. I'd be able to see him better, but my glasses are fogged up. Gosh, what a place. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. I tell you. One jump in the fence and the other crawling away. Yeah, I'm trying to. So we are looking at banners. That's right, banners there. Now, I am thinking that today we're gonna choose some people out of. I'm gonna find out how many that we can have. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna randomly. I do not want to. I thought about this and how I wanted to do it. Now, I'm going to. I think randomly choose some people. I'm going to take some names out of the super chatters for today. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that you're buying banners. What I'm saying is I'm just trying to figure out a way to do it. So I'm going to take some names out of that. I'm going to take a few names out of the chat there, and I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do that and to try to make it fair. Again, I think it'll be a fun activity, but I don't know. I don't, there are thousands of people, so I don't know a way to make it perfectly fair on that. And again, they talked about banners, by the way, today. They were saying that they blamed everything on Only Me. Yet again, they wouldn't use his name. John Cook, by the way, I want to make this clear to Only Me. I think people should point this out too. John Cook said on a stream where they blamed Only Me for not for being the reason that they did not put up the banners on the fences. So while they're setting and violating, also they had a wonderful threat. There was a threat against people that had given money. It was kind of weird. They were talking about I thought Coop during the time. They like to talk about Coop quite a bit, but check this out too. We'll come back to this stuff in a little bit, but this was wild. So I was going through, listening, and they said it came out hoot in the transcript, but they said there was it said somebody sent me something. This is John Cook speaking, by the way, about that Coop dude saying that people should just come and remove the fence pieces and stuff. Now, of course, that's not what that is definitely not what anybody said there. But look at what he says about it. These are the donors that are upset. Instead of calming them down and being like, hey, we're sorry things have gone the way they've gone. We understand that you're upset more. Instead of doing that, you know what he said? He said, yeah, I was like, yeah, you really want to incite somebody to get quack, quack. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And so he's like, if you're upset there and you make that grievance known. You remember that person that said they were going to come and take a part of that fence back that they paid for? Instead of calming those people down, he said, yeah, we'll bam you. The guy that totally has pulled yeo pew pew on people before. So isn't that fun? They were threatening their donors. Good times. Like I said, you got to understand there's more to the statement in here than people, quote unquote, making threats. They're people that are upset about something because they feel misled. So again, instead of taking the opportunity to sit on stream and be like, hey, you know what? I hear you. And things have gone bad, blah, blah, blah. They could have done it a million different ways. Instead, they were like, yeah, you come up here and you do anything and we're going to put you in the ground. So fun times. I hope the people over there understand that when they're thinking about giving to any of them. Like I said, 2L sitting on the stream. This is part of their conversation. They got Cook on there. Meanwhile, they're dumping on Preston every night. And Preston, again, it's amazing to listen to them talk smack about you all the time. And Cook's sitting on panels with them. violating the ye old order. There was a post today too I want to show you. And again, this post, I'm not saying this is true in any way, shape, or form. I just want to show it to you because I think, wow, I hope it is. But it really got these people upset. It was from a contributor on the, I'm going to say, quote unquote, fan page. There's a guy, again, I'm going to I'm going to read this right off there because, like I said, they got very upset about this, and I think they're afraid it's true, and it could be. I mean, you never know. I could see things going this way. This is what dude says here. Okay, now he said, LMNOP spent 2 hours on a phone with a lawyer that I provided her. And she now understands exactly the depth of the trouble she and Crook are in with and all the court cases. She's admitted she got info and she's been threatened. Whoops, that's been cut off there. It was made clear to her that our offer stands and the lawyer would represent her. And now you notice the wording here, civil action. What they're saying here is civil action against those that grifted her money. So I told her, think it over and give it back to the lawyer within 13 days or the offer terminates, and why don't you folks call me a liar? Now, there are a few other posts that went with this too. There were posts about asking again. Let's see. Give me 1 minute. This person had posted, and again earlier on said that they wanted to know about this. They posted again before that. They said, LP, here's a one-time offer for you and Cook. I'll give you $12,500 to start your barn dominium in exchange for the following: all texts, emails, and other communications from the following sent to you about fixing your home and money raise from BBB, Lisa, Stacy, Robin, Vomit, Paint Chips, Stupid Dave, Tori, any of those people. Only me, of course, and me, what they sent you. The same about Tug, anybody. And of course, I don't have any email communications with her whatsoever, but you'd be welcome to those too. Megan, George, I would have shown those myself. That would have been funny. J-Hib, Jeremy, Miyagi, etc. So there was the offer there, and again, you could see this develop over time, and then there was hey, wait a minute, there was a reach out, and then there was this. Now, again, I wouldn't have really taken notice of this at all, except one little thing that came up in that show. They noticed it enough that I think they were sweating it. And of course, Cook was like, "That's not true, blah, blah, blah." But, it's fascinating. That's the same guy that's on this show dealing with the people that have been dumping on LP, just hardcore, keeping the money. I mean, just nuts, just absolutely nuts stuff. LP would have to be a fucking nut to continue to deal with these folks. Again, if that offer, if that statement is legit, it apparently, again, it worried them. So like I said, when I say that too, I want to make this clear. I'm not trying to say in any way, shape, or form about anybody online being a legit or non-legit person either. I don't trust things until I see the evidence, So when I do that, that is not a value judgment on anybody that I see. Could that be real? Sure, anything can happen, man. There are plenty of people out there that would love to see 2L and the gang eat some dirt. So, but like I said, the funny thing about it to me was the response, because you notice anytime that they hyperfixate on stuff, and when they hyperfixated on this dude in his statement, they're worried that she's going to talk. They are worried, and I mean, you can feel it. And I think LP, I think you want to reach out to somebody. I really get that feeling. I even think LP, honestly, I think you want to reach out to me. I think you want to reach out to Megan, but you're not allowed to. And that's okay. I understand that. But what I want you to do, what this guy is saying here, he's right about some of this. And I know you don't want to hear it from somebody like me. But these people, again, anybody that raises money in your name, they set it up where it was it's almost impossible to track. You can't tell how much money comes in or anything else. They could have hidden anything from you. You'd never know how much. They set themselves up like the good guy, and they set you up like you're the irresponsible person that can never handle any money, that should never be trusted. And they've gone with that. Even your old pal Marla decided that she wanted in on that too. In fact, I was looking at some of her posts today, and again, they all love to post in this group over here, and I was kind of surprised. I was kind of well, I guess I wasn't surprised. I was kind of shocked that these people are people that say that you're your friends, because they turn on you very easily. Then again, being in the ecosystem, I'm not surprised either, but look at this. Let me pull up a couple of those Marla statements. In fact, I mean, to prove this, again, I don't expect you to take my word on that either. But these people, they attack you repeatedly. You know about the 2L attacks. Marla spends all of her time like talking that garbage too, though. It's amazing, It is amazing. So check this out. This was fascinating to me. I'm pulling it up real fast here. Somebody had posted something, and again, I wasn't sure. I don't keep up with a lot of. I don't see all the Marla posts come up, but this one, here we go. Check this out. This one by Marla. It said no one wants Michelle to have control of any money without restrictions. That's just the facts, so your money's not your money. They want you to be in a guardianship. That's just the facts there, right? So somebody posted this. I was like, oh, that's weird. And I said, I am being brutally honest with myself and others when necessary. MP needs to recognize she can't handle money. So you're not allowed to have your money. I was like, huh. Now this post alone by itself, again, you can see people liking it and stuff, huh? But then Marla comes in and was like, honesty is honesty. So yeah, that is definitely her words. MP. You're not allowed to have control of your own money. Marla fucking Hughes thinks that she should dictate how your money is spent. Lisa thinks you should dictate how your money is spent. All these people are sitting around. They're having a fucking drum circle and they're talking about how your money should be spent. So yeah, that guy over there, maybe he would be somebody. Or, again, it doesn't have to be that specific. It could be anybody, but you need to take a lawyer outside of that dynamic. You need to talk to them, because I'm sure that through the get-rich-quick schemes that I'm sure that they told you were happening in court and more, now you've ended up in this vacuum where you've paused the case. Sure, all it's going to cost you is 7 to 8 years of bankruptcy, where you can't be protected from anything else. So you get hit for something and it doesn't write something off, you're in trouble. You won't be able to do anything about it. It's going to hit you hard, and that's not fun. It's not good, because for years you'll get to worry about what happens, especially when you're under the threat of God knows. I mean, even the ecosystem. You look at how they've turned on you so far. How far were they willing to go to turn on you? How far would John Cook turn on you? John Cook, again, is setting on these strings. They're talking about him being your victim. That's right. He's your victim now. He seems to be eating it up too. He enjoys it, because he's been your bad guy for a long time. You talked about how terrible he is. Well, these people are saying you're a liar. They don't have to say the words, by the way. What they're doing is they're implying to everyone that you lie about everything, including him. That implication. And again, if it's not, prove it. You've made some pretty horrible statements about the dude. So, I mean, I was amazed by it. I was posting about this today. I said, and the Hales, they sit on a stream with John Cook while they're attacking Preston every night. Nightly. For weeks, they've implied Preston is a piece of, let's say, garbage and a liar. that she lied about Cook, that he's her victim, and they took her money. Now, Preston, of course, through all of this, I don't know why, but you seem too cowardly to actually call it out. Now, and why would that be? Again, I feel like they have something on you, but you could prove that wrong. You could be like, no way. It feels like you, like everyone else in the anti-Hales ecosystem, have been trained on who you're allowed to attack. You have to play the good dog role. You know, you can bite people like myself or Megan. You're allowed to dislike us. But if you ever talk about that 2L, look what happened. Even the idea that somebody questioned what had happened with the finances there. And you're done. You're absolutely done. She's been posting about this stuff too. She's been posting about more items with the give me a second. She's been posting more well, actually she's been posting about two things. One of them, I'll read it too. But one of them was also about the permit thing, and it had a comment about money as well. Let's check this one out together, okay? So she had posted, everyone is asking, I guess, because of what's being said out there. They're asking what the date was that our permit expired. You know, because the way that it was stated, and I believe this too. I actually, I'll say 100%. Yeah, this is the way that 2L and the gang want you to take it. They want you to think it was like right at Christmas. You know, that way there wasn't any time to do anything. You know. So she's like, well, was it within weeks of Christmas or months? Our permit expired March the 20th on a Thursday. That is the day that we kept saying we needed to have the framer herein by March the 20th. Because if we didn't, we would lose the permit. It's public information. All you have to do is go and, you know, get a hold of them and ask. Well, this is somebody that, again, I don't understand why you would sit and allow a person. See, this is partially MP's fault too, just to be honest, because she allowed a person that is not delivering on what they promised to sit there for months and months, even after they missed the deadline and the dates, and they kept getting farther away from the subject. Not wanted to talk about that money at all. And then they started torpedoing you. You know, it was right after the call outs for the bankruptcy. See, the bankruptcy is such a weird move. We're not going to get into all of that. I'm just going to say it is such the bizarre move. And within that bizarre move, man, what is that? Give me a second. Lord, there is a plane flying very, very low. Pretty close by. You can hear it like going over. I was like, good Lord, that thing is loud. Man. Anyway, I thought, is that somebody like mowing a lawn right outside? What is that weird noise? No, there was a plane going by. But anyway, this is somebody that did, you know, they skipped those dates. They stopped talking less and less. And then, like I said, afterwards, they stick it in bankruptcy. When and again, you agreed to it, but I'm sure that they sold you a bill of goods on that. Now, I don't know. I haven't heard the particular bill of goods. In fact, they deny that they had anything to do with it, but you wouldn't have done this. There's no way you went down this rabbit hole without these people being like, yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? So she's asked things like, where's all your money? If someone had money like that, I'd be throwing a holy terror fit. You know, you should be or not. You know, and I mean, that's a good question. So she said, hi, I would like to ask you people, what do you want me to do? How can we prove anything if we don't know how much what we know? None of it. There's nothing we can do. Nothing. So we just move on. You can do something. Holy shit, lady. It is illegal to take money, to raise money in another person's name, and then to withhold the money. It's yours. You go to law enforcement. You love going to law enforcement. You love complaining about Jeremy Hales and shit. These people, you say you want money. You have money. Holy God, you have a fat stack of it. You're asking people for 7,000 or 8,000. You know why you're not getting that money? It's not for me, because you would never have gotten money out of me. But you had money out of those people over there. You have enough to get your RV. It's just sitting there in these people's bank accounts while they talk shit about you and they dry up anything. Now, maybe you think that after the bankruptcy, they're going to come back to you, but there's no way they can. They can't be like, psych, just kidding. That's not going to happen. They have called you a liar and a fraud and a scammer and a piece of garbage, and they won't back you again. Is it a bird or a plane? It's stupid. Hey, I listened to a clip somebody just sent me right before the show, by the way. And it was really interesting because it was a clip of Stupid Dave talking about channel and how to grow your channel. He was telling people about this. And he was saying, in that, the way that he recognizes his channel is he recognizes as growing by any means possible. He was like, you could go out here and you could be nice and a decent person and blah, blah, blah. Or you could do what I do. It was like, yeah, that good guy facade that this fuck attaches to himself these days. You should go and listen to, again, it is falling apart fast because the people that know him a lot better, they've been talking a lot about it, and they're like, yeah, we don't like this guy. Even if some of them do, they're like, this good guy facade bullshit, that's not him. It's not at all. And it's really interesting to see that poked and prodded away at. Because again, he wanted to morph into something else with anti-Hales. He wanted to pretend that he wasn't a drama streamer that liked to destroy people. He's just a poor guy, quote unquote, telling the truth. But he tells you, and so it's not about telling the truth. It's about channel growth, no matter what happens. I've known people like that. And those are not good people, man. They're not, Channel growth, no matter what happens, is a mess. I think I'm gonna have a raider in just a second. Yes. What's that I'm hearing? Now, did you put on a new shirt? Are those cookies? Is that a cookie shirt?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Let me see.
What K-pop demon what the hell sport you take?
I have no idea, but I'm admiring your shirt.
I'll
That's
take
cute.
your doggy house.
What kind of cookies are those? They look like little swirl cookies. That's what they look like to me.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. You got little shapes on there, but from a distance, I was like, they're little cookies, I think. Is that is that the shirt that Gigi got you?
Yeah.
I love that. When I looked at it at first, I thought it was just shapes, but I see they're cookies now. I think I got it on camera. Look, come here. I think you got it on backwards. So let me see it. Turn on. Let me see. No, that is the front. My bad. It ties at the front. I see. Yeah, you did good. She picks out what she wears, don't you? Yeah, because you're 6. That's a big kid right there. That's right. All right, hey, I'm covering some crazy stuff today. But here, come here. I need my hug.
Money.
I need my
Right
hug.
there, money.
Yep, I see that.
There's a bunch of money for you.
I know. I do that. That's nice. I thank them at the end.
Why the purple hearts? I'm a yellow.
They're telling you hi. That's your. They show you yellow hearts, purple hearts.
Money.
Oh my gosh, it's a yellow. It's a yellow too. Hey, come here. Come here.
I'll take a doggy house.
It's that's from Janice. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Said this is for you. For you? What? That's straight up for you. Oh my gosh. Wait, is that what color is that too?
Yellow.
What's that number?
10.
10.
And a 0.
It says it's for you. It says, oh, and look, it's got lovely hearts on it. Don't you love that? Yellow on
and
yellow.
My name is Adia Wayne Lewis.
Yeah, look at this.
My name is Adia Wayne Lewis.
Yeah, that's right. People heard your name before. I know your name. I'm lucky our names are out there because the little kids. Ooh, I'll tell you a story about that in a little bit. The Floofy. Can you always look at the Floofy?
The Floofy.
And what's that number? What's that number?
2.
2. Yeah, good job there. The Floofy love the book. They love you.
Hello, Timor.
Yeah. What number is this?
A 5 and
5.
a 0.
Yeah, that's a $5 there. That's from Maybe Not. Can you say thank you, Maybe Not?
Thank you, maybe not.
Yeah, the hearts. It says it's your money too. Oh my gosh.
How much money am I giving today?
Oh, that's crazy. And look, they said yesterday, so there were people asking who's the best. You know, Megan Fox.
Yeah.
She said, who's the best out of Megan Fox or me? Dad, you know who people said?
Who?
They said, you were part of it. They said, you were the best. What's up? They said, you're the best live streamer. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because I'm coming to live stream.
Yeah, no. They said they love it when you come up here. What number is that?
10.
10. That is Dwayne Rap. Can you say thank you, Dwayne?
Thank you, Rap.
Yeah, that's money for you too. My goodness. This is Taz. How much money is that?
A 10 and a 0.
That's right. Another 10 there. That's tagging. Thank you, Taz.
Thank you, Taz.
They say, oh, that's for your candy run. Oh, my goodness.
More money.
No, man. There's, how much is that?
4.99.
Yes, that would be $5. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Dad.
We're learning. We're reinforcing
Hey,
numbers. That's
Dad.
why. Yes, ma'am.
What K-pop demon house?
I have no idea about
No
that.
K-pop demon house.
I have no idea.
I'll choose a dopey house.
So-
Just for dopey stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think you would choose a Geno house.
Okay. Well, here, let's see. Can you say thank you, Jada?
Thank you.
She's waving to you,
Hey.
by the way. That says it's for candy, too.
Money.
Oh, man. Martin sent 2 here, you know, though. And can you say thank you, Martin?
Thank you, money. What's that?
Martin said, this is for you to spend on Dad. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. You got to spend it on Dad. She said, no.
I said
What
money.
What number is that?
10-0.
That's a 10. That's right. Can you say thank you to Joan?
Thank you, John.
That's for you and Sissy. Man. Here's another. That's from Sheila. Can you say thank you, Sheila?
Thank you, Sheila. Why does it?
That's-
It had a little comment thing.
That's
on
for
it.
you and Sissy. Because they're sending comments. Oh, you seen that little comment at the top? That's where people, they talk to the person when they put it up there. Here's LaWanda. Oh,
Thank you.
LaWanda. That said,
That's not free.
yeah, look at those. That's beautiful. And look at all the people are like, oh, we love that. Yes.
One time I sent you a height or this thing, you know,
I know
that
you made me that cool heart thing. Just like those, you know. Is that where you're making them up? Here's Bunsen. Can you say thank you, Bunsen?
yeah, thank you, but then
Look, that's much love. Oh, look at the
I
love.
think you would choose a Geno house.
You
Or
and
Baby
Sissy,
Sasha
man.
house. Or a mystery house. I don't know. I think you would choose a boy band house. One of the boy bands.
Okay. Well,
I think you would choose a Geno.
okay.
I'd choose a Duppy one. Duppy's cool.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Well, glad to know all that.
I
about
just
something
want
I don't know a
old
thing about.
Duppy, and I think you'll take old Geno.
Here's Kimmy. Can you say thank you to Kimmy?
Thank you, Kimmy.
He said hey to you. Say hi.
Hi.
Man. Yeah, the people are saying they love your voice. Yeah, they love your voice. They say you sound so cute. Hey, wait, let's check this out. Hey, are you cute?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you adorable? Does that get you out of trouble? Like
Yeah.
when you Do you know that when you do something you're not supposed to? Are you like, but am I cute? Am I adorable? Do you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She does. Oh, look.
Money.
Sheila sent you another 2 there. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
She called you. She's instead of calling you big, she just called you big. She likes getting called big, so that's good actually.
Yeah, because I'm big now. You
Yeah,
know. At the same time.
that's crazy. Can you say thank you to Janice?
Thank you, Jeannie.
This is also that's for you for Sissy too. So man, they sent some for Sissy too. That's amazing, huh? And somebody called your mom, not your mom, but someone named you your mom. Can you say thank you to your mom?
Thank you.
If you just it says, man, you eating all that candy. That's the dentist money.
I don't go to the dentist.
Yeah, you actually have gone to the dentist a couple of times, get checked out. You're good to go so far, but you got to brush those choppers. Yep. Hey, okay.
Look at these polar lights.
Oh man, Sassy said to check for only for you guys. Are you guys, by the way, you and Sissy, have you guys made plans? Sissy's already made plans for her birthday. Did you know that?
Make plans for my 7th birthday.
For your 7th, bro? You're already planning for your next birthday?
Yeah.
That's a year away, Charles.
Yeah.
Her sister is either 2 months away. She's planning on it already. She was telling me about it today. All right, come here, give me my hug and stuff. You got to go upstairs so I can cover this.
You
stuff.
want to go to candy shopping town?
Well, I'll think about maybe we'll do that tomorrow. You can go upstairs and hang out for a bit. Huh? You want to do something tomorrow like that, maybe?
Yeah.
I like to go to Five
Below with you.
Below. Are you good? You know?
Yeah. And with and I have cool candy that maybe you were like.
We can go watch the big TV upstairs if you want to. Okay, go up there though, and hey, stay up there. Okay, and tomorrow I think maybe we'll go to Five Below. Okay, she's been wanting to go to Five Below, and we haven't had a chance. So give me a second. I'll wake the computer back up. Oh, she's funny. All right, back on the show there. She has the cutest voice. She's so funny though when she gets in trouble or something. You know, if she does something, she'll be like, "But I am cute, right? I'm adorable. Adorable's not supposed to get in trouble, is it? I'm so sorry. Yeah, I really mean that." I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, here we go. I think I woke up there. So she was asked about again, where's all your money? If someone had my money, I'd be throwing a holy terror fit. Yeah, you should be or not. And she was like, what do you expect us to do? We can't do anything about it. So we just move on and do what we have to. We're trying to sell things and we're trying to run the fleet. Again, I would imagine your sales are, some of your sales were probably online sales or online donations that kept you running. And these people, they haven't just damaged you as far as donations with the barn dominium are concerned. They've probably damaged you with sales. They've damaged your reputation again with them. I've read the documents. I have my own idea, but these people, they treated you like you were a fucking saint until 2L decided after they raised enough money on you that you're no longer the saint that they want to support anymore. They'd rather have the money. They'd rather have the money, and you're just you're value loss. So, but I've got my 501c3 reapplied for, fee paid. I'm doing everything I can. You guys are on the other side. You believe I'm the stalker? Yeah, it's not Jeremy that's damaging your business. You're talking about you need to stay with the one idea at a time, lady. Okay, one idea at a time. They're asking you about your money. This is about potentially $100,000 that did not get delivered to you. Jeremy Hales doesn't have anything to do with that. That's about these other people. You can't bring him up every time and be like, my stalker. No, I'm the bad guy, and now someone else is taking advantage of us. But you're wrong. We've been the victims the entire time. All you've heard is lies, blah, blah, blah. We're damned if we do and damned if we don't. Well, again, you'll never get $1 out of these other people. They'll never come back to you. So, yeah. Now they're saying, look, this is a statement about Lisa. They're talking about, I'm the bad guy. Now someone else is taking advantage of us. So, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? So, yeah, Lisa, they very well did. They did. Whether I like you or not, I'm telling you. They stole from you. And you're like, oh, Tug and them want us to me to bash Lisa. Yeah, you were given a platform. We said that you could have a platform. And fuck them. Fuck 2L. Fuck all these other anti-Hales people. Yeah, I have no use for them whatsoever. They're garbage. But you know what? You could benefit from that. It's a weird offer there. It's a weird thing, just like other people have noted. Again, you've been told repeatedly by people like Bruce and more not to listen to folks like us. Do you know why? Because we believe Jeremy Hale, so we can't be right about anything. The bankruptcy is a terrible move. Ask somebody that is not connected to Bruce, to any of the ecos. Ask them. I hope you ask somebody. I hope that message is true, because they lied to you, lady. It's a bad move. The things that were done in court, have somebody review what happened in the federal one case, the case that you think there's no discovery in and more. Have a lawyer that is not connected to any of these people. Excuse me, I got to clear my throat. Man, I'll be glad when this weather changes out. But have one of them review it. And what they'll tell you is these people, just because I think honestly, I'll be blunt about it. I think you're a terrible human being. I do. But just because I think that, I do not believe these other terrible human beings get to go in and get to ruin your little party, because for whatever reason, people gave you money. They gave you money for this thing. You got scammed by scammers. And I don't like the scammers very much either. I don't like them at all. And I think it would be really funny to wreck them. So, yeah, I'm totally game with that. And one day you'll be. What's really funny is one day down the road, in a couple of months, you will be ready to wreck them. And that ship will have sailed. Everybody will be like, who cares anymore? And all that money will be gone. Even if you go and you go to the police by then, when you finally get to that point, if it's not gone now, it will be gone then. And after that, good luck trying to recoup it. Because, I mean, these are people that have done some pretty shady shit before. You look at the people that are sitting with the microphones there. Again, you attracted the undeniable. If you think we're lying about this, look the people up that you've been cheerleading. Luthman, paint chips, as we like to call them. Again, 4 years in federal pen. What did he do? Well, he likes to sell a bill of goods then, but if you look it up, you can find it online just by searching his name. Look up that in arrest or jail. He was jailed for fraud and extortion, which was strong arm extortion. He was part of violently threatening people, shaking them down as part of his own scamming group. So these scammers that you gotten with, there's some violent people too. You look at other ones that have defrauded the elderly. I mean, you've got a nest of them. You're right at home with a nest of vipers. But like I said, I would love to flush those other vipers out. It would be fun. You're going to get yours in a court already. You're already in the process of it. And I wonder sometimes, I wonder if you would have backed off and taken a cease and desist if you wouldn't have gotten thrown in with these people. I wonder that. And again, that's not cutting you any kind of excuse. I just wonder if you would have been smart enough to cut and run like you've done in the past. Now, she also posted something about, man, just read this. This is wild too. Okay. She's decided that she's got so many wars going on at once. It's wild. So this one, she said, listen to this here. I'm about done having you post about me and lie about how I abused Ashley and I treated her so poorly when you know damn well I didn't. You forced her to talk about me, lie about me to court. But we went back to court, didn't we, Kathy? And Ashley told the truth. Didn't she, Kathy? Didn't she tell you and Bill made her say the crap she did about me? The same crap she shouted on her TikTok so you would love her more, but she's not talking to you now, is she? You didn't have her in your life now, do you? Is Sam talking to you too? Look at this fucking madness. I mean, just throwing people around. This is so ugly. So ugly. I know how that could be Samantha posting because Sam is just as screwed up as you are. I said something really bad to Sam when she was pregnant with the boys. I did. But she wouldn't stop violating the protective order between you and Ashley. And I said something I shouldn't have. And I regret it. You are one to talk about violating protective orders. Look at that. She wouldn't stop. So you can acknowledge your protective order from other people, but when you have one, you have people, this army of folks. Your man who is connected to you is sitting on a stream today, violating that protective order. Holy God, man. That's some busybody BS, man. It's crazy. And I said something that I shouldn't have, but I regretted it all these years. And when I can someday, I'll apologize to Sam, but right now, Kathy, you're in all the hate groups, pushing all the hate BS rhetoric about me, but yet you're here as I'm going to say an SO, a certain type of offender, who was convicted, who absolutely failed your polygraph, and then made a confession, a full confession on how you did something with Robert and how you, your son, Tommy, and now you're going to be in all those hate groups talking crap about me and lying about me. Well, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks. I have my lawyers now. Who are your lawyers, lady? Was your bankruptcy lawyer going to... You have Bruce. Bruce abandoned you. You love this. She loves making threats. I have my lawyer. Who the fuck? Paint chips? The dude isn't a lawyer, lady. He was disbarred because of fraud and extortion. He is not a lawyer. He's a a convicted scammer. Holy shit. The other lady that's been out there, Leslie, she had to stop being a lawyer in lieu of discipline. She retired because she was going to get in trouble. You have no idea how many cases these people have against them. We are suing them right now. We're just a drop in the proverbial ocean of the people that are suing her. She was sued by her own client. You don't want to be a client of these people. Maybe you do, actually. Be a client of them. But, holy God. I mean, look at this. This is nuts, man. She's dealing with all this other shit. You can, I mean, she's waging wars on every front. I'm not reading all this shit, man. I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's like, I'll probably talk about this with Megan. That way we don't double up on that subject. My God, though, what this tells me, like I said, she is trying to fight a war on so many fronts. And I get to the point, and I'm like, do you have anybody you're not fighting with? Like, honestly, do you have anybody that has been associated with you? Let's say longer than 3 years. Do you have anybody that you were not fighting a war with? because even family. I saw that one post that came from, what was it, 2021? That was by an ex of yours. That was nuts. Oh, by the way, Sassy, on that thing you noted to watch out for, that just came through on the thing. So it was probably running behind there. So it just popped up. I see it in my thing now. The alert on it did. So thank you for that too. I'll mention that when we walk through. I don't want you to think I missed that or anything. It just took it a minute to alert up. 1 minute. Let's see. I'm looking to see if I've got those messages, because I was like, whoa, what now? They were pretty saucy, pretty spicy things. Man, my freaking oh my God. I'm looking through some of the messages in my stuff. Holy moly. Yeah, I saw some messages though from 2021. Like I said, let me see if I can find them real fast. If not, I'll put them on another show. Okay. But they were posted. I was like, what? I think they're over here. Yeah. By one Gordon Preston. Would you, I don't want to show them on the screen because they're pretty, yeah. Would you all like to hear those? Would you like to hear what one Gordon Preston had to say about LMNOP? Because these were posted. And like I said, that's, ooh, man. That's nuts, man. All this stuff is so crazy. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Yes, Douglas. Okay, check this out. I'm going to read them to you, okay? I don't want to put this on my screen because I have to. Let's just say if I redacted this, it would just be a whole lot of redaction, all right? And again, I really do want to give a shout out. You know, I like to give shout outs, and certain people, they deserve them. You know, I give like Max Lab shouts out. I give a lot of people shout out. I don't want to focus on one person and forget about folks, right? One person though that does a damn good job with archiving, keeping up, and finding things. A terrific finder of fact is Melissa. Melissa, you should take your bow. You deserve your flowers, man. Everybody give Melissa some. I mean, not only she finds stuff, but here's a good thing too. And I think everyone should adopt this, including myself. I'm terrible about this too. When you take a screenshot of something, if you can't archive it for some reason, you know, archiving is always good. But if you can't archive it for some reason, put the date on it. You know, when it came from. She does that. I love that, actually. You know, I love to pull up a screenshot and know exactly when it's from, you know, and if there needs to be a lot of commentary with it, it's good. So anyway, listen to this. This is saucy. This is spicy. Okay. Good God, there's a lot of it, actually. Okay, so all right, you ready? Here we go. Leave my kids alone, you psycho effing, I'm going to say garden tool. You know what I'm talking about. I told you, never contact them or me again. Where do you effing get off contacting my daughter? Your drunk, drug-addicted daughters have no damn special again, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just reading, okay? Privileges to claim that they're donor father's stock. And let's face it, that's all he ever was. He never loved you. He only married you because he knocked you up. And you always say you practically ARPed him to conceive Lindsay. You spent maybe 6 months of your marriage together, and your psycho donors never really wanted their dad. They wanted to use him and get things from him and blame him for their terrible childhoods. And believe me, they both think their childhoods were pretty horrific. So now that he's quit dreaming of getting him back and leave me and my kids the F alone. Wow, that's pretty spicy. That is a spicy nugget. Holy moly. There's some there's some real ones there, you know. There's some real ones. What's up, Georgia? By the way, I really gotten a good laugh out of. Again, they really hate Mr. Coop. You know who really hates Mr. Coop? And I'm when I say Mr. Coop, that's the name. It's probably easy for them to say because Coop, it's one syllable. It kind of goes with their and so one syllable. The monosyllabic stuff, that's easy for them, right? But Georgie is probably hard for them. That's why they probably come after you, and they give you so much anti-love too, but it's harder for them to blurt out 2 syllables. That's why with Megan, I was shocked they could go with that, but they don't bring me up because that umbrella got, oh my God, man. They try to go with tug. Oh my God. Oh, I heard some clips. Ugh, gross. They were talking about very inappropriate. I'm not going to say any of it, but they were talking about some really gross stuff. Ugh. It was so nasty. I'm shocked that they're God, their chats are they must be filled with some pretty fucking weirdos because some of the stuff they were it was so nasty. I would tell you more, but you don't want to know. You really don't want to know. Okay. It was gross. I was like, this can't be real. I think it's funny too. So today, like I said, people were out there talking about Ohio, talking with John Cook about it. There's a transcript of it. They decided to delete the stream itself, but when I know that John Cook was on, now somebody else picked up the whole stream. I myself, though, I turned on the recorder, walked away. Like I said, I tried to sit down and listen. Oh, it's so bad. It's such a bad stream. I would, if it's not my quality, it's quality. Again, this is not I don't know half these people that were up there, but many of these people do not need to be on a microphone. And if you want to remain getting 40 people watching your show, cool. Then have 10 panelists that don't apply something. You'll be doing 8-hour streams, unmonetized forever. That's what's going to happen there with the mod show. I mean, that's what's going to happen. That show probably will not last anyway. It won't last past the drama, but maybe you can get monetized off of it at least, huh? God, I mean, even with John Cook, I can't pull an audience. That was amazing to me. They tacked him on. Like think about this. They tacked on this guy who has not done that many shows. They taught, by the way, they went after Biscuit Boy today. Did you know that? Tommy, Tom Collins. They decided to go after him. See, apparently in a video, it took me a minute to figure out what the hell they were going after him for. I was like, what? But apparently he had said in his video that at one time he thought of calling his audience warriors. I mean, it's a pretty matter of fact statement. That I could see that. It's stupid and basic. I could see that. He said he did, but now he's not. Now, of course, one of the people in the panel there was trying to excuse that and say, well, he's not talking about him. He's just talking about his. And it's like, no, I mean, who calls the Warriors? So it was definitely a shot at 2L. There's no denying that was a shot at 2L, right? Whoa. The RV just went off. Did you hear it? The RV's got it makes noises. It has a backup thing, and it went off. I think somebody's trying to tow it. I don't know if you heard that. Ding, ding, ding. I think somebody's after my RV. Let me check on it. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, there are people here. They're trying to take the RV. That's right. Just because I'm 24 payments behind, I don't know what's happening. This is a 507. This is a 501c3, sir. I have my lawyers that will keep you from taking this. That's funny. The buttons on it. It's yet, but again, that beautiful RV. I love it. By the way, that was sent as well. It's beautiful. It is. I love the thing. It's got like a little fold out. I liked it. They asked me like which one, because there were two pictures of one, and one of them had a fold over canopy. And I was like, man, that reminds me of the one that was out there and all the drama, you know. So I mean, it's pretty cool. But the buttons, the sound buttons hadn't come on yet. I was like, man, maybe maybe the batteries are dead or something. No, it just decided to do it at its own leisure. That was really crazy. It was go crap. Here at our mini turtle purgatory. Oh my God. We have by the way, we have a couple of toilet. We have let me give you another update on this too, just to note. In addition to the outhouse we put up, for the construction, we have two toilets that are on their way to deliver. Now, we don't have a facility to put them in, mind you, but we do have a pile of wood. So I think we'll be trying to hook up the two toilets to the pile of wood. We really do have two toilets coming. By the way, I'm not joking. I think we're gonna since we were denied hot plates, I think we're gonna get a countertop too. And we're gonna bring that in as well. Again, we don't have a structure to put that in, but hey, who cares, right? I mean, we'll put it in the place where the RV used to be. That'll be nice. We have plenty of room opening up. Okay. Anyway, sorry. So during all this, back on track, that thing that threw me off real bad. My shiny squirrel kicked in. It was like, woo, what's that? Okay. All right. I distracted myself. It's funny. I can't blame that one on Megan. Oh my God. That's really fun. Okay. So they were going after Tom Collins, like I said, and it was funny to hear. Because Tom Collins, he noted not only that he was tired of that, but if he was annoyed too. He's annoyed by the drama and bullshit being pointed out. It sounded like, again, there may be damage control later on to shut up whatever happened, but oh yeah, you could tell that's pointed, because again, that wasn't a statement pointed toward outer. That was pointed close to home, you could see. But through there, you start having conversations about the Ohio protective order. And you can see this here. You have John Cook sitting on a panel discussing a protective order in Jeremy Hale's. That obviously is a violation of the protective order. That's 100%. He brought it up originally too. He said that he couldn't go to town hall meetings because his rights had been removed. They had been violated. And they all decided to jump in on them. And they showed you exactly what they don't understand about protective orders. Also, if any one of these jackasses had a protective order against somebody, boy, they'd sing a different song. But apparently, they think that if you decide to go to something, you're inconveniencing the person that you have the protective order against. Apparently, they think that, like Hales, he shouldn't have the ability to go to a Walmart or go to a town hall meeting or whatever and be free with that. And when he shows up, to not have to be burdened by these people. It blows my mind. Because if they had that protective, they'd sing a different. They'd sing a different tune. But they start asking him things like 2 questions. Let me ask you: what's the last thing you received from Ohio? Talking about the order for Hales. The denial. So because they needed dates on that, so he's talking about it there. You can see it right here. And had a question, you know. They were talking about, again, look at this stuff. You didn't have a way to defend yourselves. And the judge knew that. I don't know, but the judge knew that and denied his filing. Yeah, that's not why. You know why the filing? Because in that, they wanted specific dates and times. That's why that filing got denied. But they're bringing up, you know, it's already in there, you know. And then, I'd ask a question, Lisa. How is any Ohio business when it happened all in Florida? And 2L is like, well, they somehow got jurisdiction. They say it's because Michelle contacted the mayor. No, protective orders can be enforced statewide. You people are the stupidest people I've ever seen in my life. They're telling you about protective orders, and they think that it's like the grand old days. You know, well, back in the days when you watched mechanized, like the the mechanized bandits. You know, the old school 1920 robbers that would go from state to state, and if you could run for another state line, you'd be good to go. People couldn't follow you, right? They think the law works like that for some reason. They think that an Ohio order or protective order is somehow voided if you're in Florida, and that's not the case. If I have a protective order against somebody and they're supposed to stay away from me, they don't get to follow me to another state and then say, well, that was only in Ohio. No, that's not how it works. These people are idiots. But John Cook, you got to remember, while this discussion is going on, John Cook is sitting on the panel. It blows my mind. They're also, they're trying to say, they're trying to take credit through this for, look at this right here. I would talk to the court about this too, because listen to what they had to say on that. I believe something has changed. I don't know how the judge would have on that. I think at this point, someone contacted or emailed or sent the judge something, notified them. You need to pay more attention to what's going on. Now, again, I 100% know that Lips claim to have mailed the judge in Ohio. That has to be disclosed to lawyers. That is highly inappropriate. Imagine if you were allowed to get people involved in a protective order after the fact. The stuff Bruce pulled is so messed up. I mean, imagine thinking that that's okay. Again, if they had a protective order, it would never be okay. All of this stuff would be grossly illegal. But for them, maybe somebody mailed. They damn well know that Lips took credit for mailing. They damn well know. And they damn well know that Lips, the filer of the vexatious lawsuit, used that vexatious lawsuit that she dropped, by the way, as a catalyst to try to interfere with multiple lawsuits. In fact, I mean, you look at it again, state level. I was stunned by the protective order violation. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be, of course, but just the sheer audacity of it, to have somebody that was, again, running a quote unquote bully exterminator site, one that takes credit for bullying people for hire, to say, yeah, I'm mailing the court on behalf of this person right here. That really looks like bully for hire. That would be the epitome of protective order violation, wouldn't it? And again, you have John Cook sitting on the panel while they're talking about all of this. They're talking about Bolitho, you know? Oh, maybe Bolitho. Maybe, but somebody, whoever, they made the judge in Ohio open their eyes. Could have been a lawyer we contacted that got a hold of the judge. Huh. A lawyer we contacted, huh? So you tried to bring in some that's something to try to find out about too. So you contacted another lawyer to get them to try to interfere in this stuff too. That's weird. I mean, again, this stuff is gold mines. This shit right here, again, it is undeniable proof that they're sitting around talking about the protective order. It's 2 years of my life. It's not fair. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for you being mixed up in it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that you have a protective order against you. They were also talking like a bunch of clowns about milquetoast. Again, the more I find out with milquetoast, the funnier I think it is that they were saying, by the way, that they turned over Megan to the police. Why did they turn over Megan to the police? Because Megan had called Stupid Dave fat. Isn't that weird? They were like, they even tried. I heard a clip of this. It was really funny. They said that you have free speech. You can say whatever, you can do that. But if you say an insult, if you say it repeatedly, it becomes harassment. And that harassment, that can be reported. You think that, I mean, it blows my mind to say this, but you think that a judge is going to sit down and be like, yeah, you know what? This morbidly obese guy, he admittedly morbidly obese guy, he was called fat, and yeah, damages. What? No. You have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom of speech to say that more than once. Oh my God, it blew my mind there. It's amazing too. They were talking about. Let's check this out. Here's some more stuff. I mean, this whole thing, I haven't even had time to go through and mark everything in this. This will be one that I think you have to go through and mark the participants. There were so many participants in this stream. Again, it's just it's chaos. And the numbers speak for itself. Like I said, when you have John Cook on and you can't pull over 60 people, that's bad. Over time, John Cook, I mean, they shoved him into an 8-hour stream, which they took down, by the way. Interestingly enough, let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend that John wasn't sitting on a panel violating his protective order. Oh my God, man. Looking like he's broadcasting from I guess it was a tent. I did, for real, like, not being a jerk. I really thought for a minute there, I thought he was broadcasting from an outhouse. I actually did think that. I was like, is he in there? Because that would be awful. That would be all kind of awful. That would be so gross. So I can't even imagine. Let's see. They talked about, though, with John, and again, you can see, I highlighted certain things. I thought about going through here and highlighting every instance of them mentioning Ohio, just to get a count on that, because you could see it come up over and over. With John and Michelle's evidence, you could turn on Jeremy. I hope it does. I really, really, especially Ohio. Especially Ohio. They still want to tell people they don't have jurisdiction. They do. They absolutely do. They can claim it's not. Even a federal court noted that jurisdiction for Ohio. These people, they can't get past. They don't understand, like, the most basic fundamental principles of these cases. Jurisdiction has to be proven. It's been proven not in a singular case, but it was also proven in the federal case. That's how you have a federal case. Otherwise, you would have had if it would have been Preston, say Jeremy was in Florida and they were in Florida, that would have been a whole different ball of wax, right? But to get a federal case, you're going Ohio, Florida, all these other places. That's how that works. Now, you remember one of the things that had to be proven at the very beginning of Fed 1 was jurisdiction. They had to prove that Jeremy Hales was considered a resident of Ohio. So he supplied plenty of information on that. We went over that. I mean, that was one of the basic things. It's been a minute since we covered that. These people, that's what kills me. Again, what bothers me is they're looking to somebody who does not understand even basic fundamentals of law to explain law to them. And I mean, that's bad. Give me 1 second, I got to rate her again. Hey, what's up, kiddo? And don't shine that flashlight in my eye.
Yeah, just put it on your shoulder.
Okay. Here, you like that little thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a keychain light. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good size for you, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. Here. That was mine, but you can have it. You like it?
Yeah, you can put on anything that.
Yeah, you can put it
goes
on a
to
backpack. You can put it on. You put it on keychain.
Another keychain.
Yeah, you can put a keychain on keychain. Wow, that's crazy, huh?
What if you find another like keychain and
Yeah,
then
you could just stack them like an eternity keychain, a keychain on a keychain on a keychain on a keychain.
Yeah, only if they're all like keychains, and then I have multiple lights.
Yeah, that's right. You could have keychain lights on keychain lights. It'd be like keychain light inception. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, because the keychain can. So every time when I need some light, I can press one, and then when it gets two, I can press the other, and it gets two. Then I get three,
Right.
and then it gets two.
Yeah, pretty soon your room is lit up like the sun. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, like I want it to be a sun.
Yeah,
because like I'm in the sun. It's like it's daytime. I
do, Bonnie. I saw that on my phone.
Hey, matches this light.
Yeah, I like that. All right, hey, give me my hug and kiss. So
That cup looks good, does it?
that is not yours. No.
Cut out the window?
No, you are not taking the Coke. You don't need them. It's late. You don't need Coke anyway. You need to drink some water. Yes. Water. It doesn't matter if you do a cute face. It doesn't matter. You don't need that stuff. I've told you that a million times. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Give me a hug and kiss. No, ma'am. Love you. Are we going tomorrow or not?
Where?
What did I say? 5. What's that play? You better go kick it upstairs. Then you better go get your rest. If you don't get that rest is best, then we won't be able to go.
What if I say you wait for a little while till Mom comes home?
Well, you can go lay in the bed and rest on there, but you better go get situated for rest, okay? I love you. Shut the door, okay? All right. That's so funny. I like the bargaining on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we did say it. See, it's a funny thing. If you don't, kids, until they get to a specific age, you'll notice this in little kids. They remember. You can bring up things. They'll remember things from specifically months and months ago, right? But with their selective recall, they pull out pieces of sentences. They focus on something else. The whole idea of shiny squirrel syndrome. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like to be a little bitty kid. So it's funny to watch the real. Oh yeah. Five Below, I forgot. It's like, I hear you. By the way, the question there, Bonnie was asking was, or stating was saying, I hope you have the whole stream. Yeah, of course. If I don't, here's one of the things the ecosystem needs to understand. If they're going to malign and Target, then of course people do record. And I find it insane. I find it absolutely insane. Again, first of all, when I say this, I want to make this clear. John Cook is responsible for John Cook. Okay, so when something happens, like if he goes in and he violates a protective order, that's on John Cook, right? Nobody else is responsible ultimately for him. But these are people that are pretending that they are on the side of somebody like John Cook. They're telling the world that we're out there, we're here to help him, and yet they convince him to do some of the stupidest things ever, I mean, they're talking him into going on a show and and violating protective orders. Like, he shouldn't even be doing shows. He shouldn't have done the Biscuit Boy interview. He shouldn't have done it, man. That's an interview where he's making statements about Hales and little girls. He makes some pretty damaging statements, especially where they're in. You got to remember, in the lawsuit, when they argue the whole idea that these statements have never been said, one of the problems that they're going to run into, well, really two problems. Number one, they're going to run into Michelle Preston, and let's just say her proclivity for statements like that, right? She likes to accuse people of those things. She accuses a lot of people of those terrible things. So her doing that, it's very believable that she would do that. I mean, it's almost like secondhand nature. She does that to everybody, John, everybody. Either it's true, but with that, then you have this secondary layer of that, where John Cook is out here. He's doing interviews. He's making the same type of statements. And on top of that, you have a third layer where they've deleted entire groups. The ghosted evidence, where I'm going to say, if you were told that's okay by a certain lawyer, then, man, you messed up too. I wonder. I do. And again, they are responsible for their behavior. But if a lawyer told you that stuff was okay, if a lawyer told you that you're going to get rich quick with all of this stupid out there, then, I mean, that's not right. It's not true. It's nuts. There's a whole, I mean, there's this whole thing where they're discussing John Cook. It's so bizarre. Ugh. They were they're making jokes about his porta potty. That's so gross. But I haven't even, today I had stuff I was doing. I didn't have time to sit down and go through it all. I looked at them talking about Travis, cameras, John walking down the road. It's weird too. So I watched John Cook do this, and I thought this was really interesting. John Cook and Michelle Preston are always complaining that Hale's always filming, right? But John Cook walks over. He's standing in the street, so you can record from the street, by the way. But he's over recording property that isn't his. He's recording Travis. Now, I'm going to venture to say that recording, I could see you getting in trouble for recording anything that's attached to Jeremy Hales. I could see you having a problem, even from the public, because you're not supposed to be bothering Hales in any way, shape, or form. You're running around with a camera recording stuff. That could be your issue there. But they complain about Hales recording. Remember how many things how many live streams and more they've done about that? And yet, he sat out there recording Travis's property. It was amazing to see. It was the hypocrisy, because that's all there is. They sat out there with their conspiracy. They are still holding on to the conspiracy that the birdhouse that Travis walked over to and showed you the inside of, that it's somehow got a camera mounted inside. That blew my mind. Like, he's like, these people, man, because all they do is get their information from one stupid source, you know. But they talked about banners, and I thought so. This was interesting too. Okay, so they actually had a discussion about banners. You can see all of this in here, and during this discussion, that one guy, they're talking about only me. So again, John Cook, the guy you gave money to, is shitting on you live, sir. I kind of love it, because you should be busting on these people. Every one of these people that you give money to. That includes these clowns like Crocodilian Boy. Oh, Robbie. Robbie, by the way, I guess he thinks he's the God's greatest gift to live streamers. You know, if you were so good, Robbie, why can't you pull, fuck 1,000, why can't you pull 500 viewers? 500, try for it. 500 viewers. Then, you know, then maybe, just maybe, you could say, oh, man, I'm somebody out there. I mean, that guy, he runs his mouth a lot for somebody that can barely pull 100 viewers most of the time. Normally can't. We're talking about shilling hot rocks to the same people repeatedly. But this guy just keeps throwing his money at these fools. It's sad in its own way. I note it because it's crazy to watch, but I'm like, man, are you lonely or so? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I said, I don't reward people for disrespecting me. You know, if you sit around and talked smack about me all the time, I would be mad. And they're doing it yet again here. So they're talking about banners, the banners that they never put up, and they're talking about how easy it would be to put them up. All they need, you know, all that's been holding them back all these many months from people that paid for those things, that's just a screw and some grommets. That's it. I mean, they're talking about it. You see all this, you know? Yeah. The banners came with no grommets, you know, but you know, so they couldn't go for all these months. By the way, you want to tell me how absurd this is? Like, think about this. You couldn't take your happy ass down to freaking, forget a Home Depot or something, or a Lowe's. You can take your happy ass down to Walmart when you're there and pick up a thing of grommets. Are you kidding me? You talking about like $1 or $2 in parts? Woo! We had to stop the project because we didn't have any grommets. Oh my God, man. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, that's their excuse. Their excuse is only me wouldn't let us do it. He said. So they've cast the blame on this guy. Still, they're using him as their bad guy, fall guy. They keep bringing him up. And the guy that's doing this, like I said, is sitting here as part of it. He gave them $50,000+ and was trying to convince other people to help them get an RV. This is why. Look, only me wanted to know why I would not help these people in any way, shape, or form. That's because they are scumbags. They will put a knife in you. Let's say I gotta clear my throat. Man, I keep losing my voice. It's this weather, man. But he was still, even after everything, he was sitting and saying, hey, why don't people help out by getting an RV for these folks? Well, because I would not put a penny in the hands of John Cook. I wouldn't. I would not put a penny in the hands of John Cook. And to be honest, I wouldn't put a penny in Michelle Preston's hands with my own money, or anybody that listens to me money. Why? Because she doesn't want our help. She said that. Cool. All right. So I don't even have to say anything further than that. She said she doesn't need or want our help. She doesn't need your help, folks. So she's good to go. If I raised money... In fact, apparently, from what I understand, if somebody raised money in her name, they're apparently allowed to keep it. That's very strange too. But no, I mean, it's so bizarre that they're like, that's why it's so strange. One guy didn't want to put out those banners. I mean, again, they're talking smack about him there. It's just like, yeah. It's right about the one thing with the banners. But then they start talking about Jeremy Hales again. And they start blaming Jeremy Hales for the reason. John Cook is blaming Jeremy Hales for nobody wanting to come to his shitty turtle rescue. It's Jeremy Hales' fault. And I'm like, maybe it's John Cook's fault because he's pulled pew pew on multiple people. And for myself, I wouldn't go there because there would be no safety concern. Because this guy who obviously has had an alcohol problem, maybe still does, I don't know. He walks around with a firearm in his pocket and decides to brandish it because of some kind of weird conspiratorial nonsense. But listen to this. This blew my mind here. I mean, so again, guy they got a protective order against. They start crapping on him because they're 501c3. For the tour, 501c3, yeah. They're going to activate it, right? They're going to activate it. But you know what? Well, nobody comes here. No, nobody will come here. Huh. Now they're talking about weirdness, like we'd have to have special insurance. We need this, we need that. But it's Jeremy's fault. All people, based on what Jeremy said, they left a bunch of negative reviews on our website. Oh, tortious interference. So they want to quote tortious interference too. So interference with a business. They were talking tortious interference with a 501 nonprofit. Your fucking business is a nonprofit. One with pictures that other people have stated are we've seen some pretty sketchy things, I'm gonna say. We had Jamie Johnson, some of the images that were shared with that, they did not look like something. I would not give my money to a nonprofit that I thought was not taking care of the animals that they had picked up. I'm just saying. But apparently, they want to quote tortious interference. Isn't that amazing? So interfering with businesses is bad. Huh. Except when it's Olight or whatnot or YouTube or Facebook or any other platform they just they want to mess with. So they understand the law and they understand that it's bad, but it's only bad when. I love these admissions, by the way, because if they're going to make these admissions here, what they do is they make them noting, again, ignorance of the law is not an excuse for violating the law, but they cannot plead ignorance of the law because they're talking about the idea, again, of tortious interference right there. Huh. It's so weird. And then they talk about, again, CPS. They talk about the C. And again, I've made my comments on CPS. It's amazing. It's amazing with the CPS thing. Like they're trying to say, they were talking, by the way, Georgie Marble Mouth. These people want to take, so Marble Mouth was actually a recirculated, reimagined insult because it's somebody that, remember, I watched So You Don't Have To. Remember her creative nicknames? Yeah, that was a nickname that she utilized for some of these people. They can't even come up with their own insults. Isn't that amazing? Georgie, you made them really butthurt about things. You should get this stream log. You and Coop need to get this. You need to get the transcript of it and go through it because it's pretty funny. I've got the 2.5 hours that pertain to the to John Cook and 2L being on the stream, by the way. I've chopped them into 2 pieces to so you can get transcripts of it from Dropbox. That's how I went and got my transcript. This is a Dropbox transcript because, like I said, they decided they wanted to pull it. Transcripts typically, they pulled it pretty fast. They must have known that they had a little problem on there. Like I said, you got John Cook talking about protective orders. You got this stuff that they know is a problem, and I love the admission to it. They delete any kind of messaging with Cook or Preston. See, that's another thing. Preston, by the way, I hope you hear this. So they won't even let you have your voice. They won't let you talk in a chat. They delete everything that you say, but they'll let John Cook come on the show and talk. Don't you think that's a tad bit FU? I mean, think about that. So 2L is like, we can't let her have her voice. There's no way. If we let her have her voice, oh my God, she'll do something terrible. She'll mess up the cases. But they'll let John Cook come on there. They'll let him talk about the protective order. They'll let him say all kinds of stupid, and they encourage it. They absolutely encouraged it too. I mean, what's the statement there? The statement is that they believe John Cook, especially over you. I think that's amazing. But look at all that. Look at all the times. Again, you should look up how many times Coop comes up. Oh, my Lord. That's amazing. Oh, Coop, Georgia, Coop. But you can see that. Oh, John. It's so sad. John, how are you coping? How are you? And in the middle of his whining, he's like, "Oh, I'm built different. You ain't built different, man. You're just a sad sack loser, just like a million other sad sack losers out there. You ain't built like shit, You're some degenerate weirdo that when he gets cornered, instead of acting like a real man, he has to plot behind the scenes. I saw what he pulled with Travis. Again, he wanted to act like a man until Travis was like, all right, let's do it then, What'd he do? He hobbled the hell away. A lot of smack talking less, right? Oh, it amazes me. But I think I'll go through all of this and really mark, because again, there's a lot of talks about, well, one of the problems you run into is who's talking. Typically, like I said, if we have a couple of people, it's not that bad. But if we have 10 people, it's very confusing. What's up, kiddo?
What's up?
Hey, did we talk about Five Below? So do you not want to go to Five Below? I'm not understanding. Do you want to go to Five Below? I need English on that. Yes or no? Do you want to go? You do? Okay. Well, you better go get some rest, because if you're not rested up, we're not going. I know how grumpy you get, don't you? You tell people. Do you get grumpy if you're tired?
Maybe.
Maybe, yes. You get very grumpy, don't you? You're like, oh my gosh, oh, the sun. I hate the sun. Isn't that what you told me the other day? You were like, I hate the sun. I wish I could punch the sun.
No.
That's what you said in the car. You were like, I wish I could punch the sun.
No, I
You
didn't.
did too.
Maybe because I was trying.
Because you were tired and you didn't like the sun in your eyes. You're like, I wish I could punch the sun.
No.
You did. It was really funny.
Hey, what are you doing with that head?
I'm coloring. I'm coloring this for my turtles here.
Can you put?
Hey, I'll admit, sometimes I want to punch the sun too. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's from Quick. She's way too excitable.
Look
Like
at
that.
here.
What's that number? I can't read these.
202.
That's $20. That's from. Can you say thank you to Rumi?
It sounds like Remy.
Yeah, exactly. It does. And they said that's for Five Below money. Oh my gosh. So you even have Five Below money tomorrow. You better go get some rest. I'm for real. Because you'd hate to not get to go to Five Below and have Five Below money. Hey, I wonder if we don't go to Five Below then, because you don't have a rest, does that mean I get to keep the $20? Is that a yes? I'm misunderstanding. I don't speak growls.
Did you
Oh,
did
what?
this growl?
Oh, it's a growl. Look at this. Can you say thank you to Rogue Mama?
$1.09.
Yeah, it's $2. That's what that would be. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
She said, hey, she said, I want to go to Five Below too. She said, so jealous because she wants to go to Five Below. Man,
You know the waffle place?
waffle place.
You know, with the chocolate chip waffles?
Oh, yeah. What about it?
You can go behind it and you see Five Below.
Yeah, I know. You can. Are you trying to say that you want to get chocolate chip pancakes tomorrow too?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Yeah, but her can get chocolate chip pancakes that go to Five Below too.
She can, man. Maybe where she lives, they don't have that. Maybe they don't have chocolate chip pancakes. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
Where do
They don't
you
have
live, though?
Huh?
What country does her live in? I don't know.
Well, she may live in the same country, but she may live in a different state, you know?
Yeah, I think we're in the same country, yeah.
Oh, you think so? Okay. Oh, my gosh, look. Can you say thank you to Patty?
Thank you, Patty.
What's that number?
5.
5. So it said add 5 more to the Five Below trip. Oh, my gosh. Come here. Look at this. What is that number?
5.
And that's from Donna. Can you say thank you, Donna?
Thank you, Donna.
She said, hey, you could add that $5 more for your shopping at Five Below. My goodness, you're going to be able to get candy and whatever. I know. What are you going to do? It's going to be crazy.
Look how much. That means it's the candy.
Yeah, that's right. It would be the candy if it's Sugar Rush. Man, what's that number again?
5.
That's another 5. Man, so can you say thank you to Sister Sal? She said, oh. Yeah, she said that's since you love too. That's nice, huh? And look, yellow hearts. That's very cute, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say thank you also. So 1 second. Let me know. Hey, she is way too hyper. Sal, you haven't had sugar or anything today, have you? You just have to nut.
I haven't had anything today.
I know. You still are just a ball of energy. Can you say thank you to Sassy? Sassy sent you $10 more. Hey, calm down for real. You don't yell and stuff. That's crazy. You've got too much energy. You're trying to stay awake too. That's part of it.
I'm always say awake every night.
Yeah, you got to settle down. You don't run around down here anyway because you fall down here. What is that? And that is a $20. Oh my goodness! Can you say thank you to Janice?
Thank you, Janice.
Yeah, that's it says that's for Five Below too. You know, come here.
You just hurt me with your nails.
I don't have any nails. He's like, no. You gotta go upstairs. You can't be screaming now. Come on. You can't scream.
Thank you to her.
You did say thank, but you can't scream, baby. You're acting crazy.
Crazy.
No, I think you're tired is what it is. Give me a hug.
Meow.
Love you.
Meow, meow.
Go get in bed. Go.
Meow, meow.
So I guess you can say one more thank you. Okay. Hey, that's it's funny you're meowing. That's from Cat Spat. Cat, huh? That was funny.
Thank you, Cat.
They said even maybe that was enough for a Coke for you. Oh my gosh, tomorrow. You better go get in bed. Man. Your Five Below trip sounded pretty good. You better go get situated. Oh man, she hopes there's a Coke there now. We'll have to see. Yeah. Well, we'll look at it. We'll see. Okay. Close my door for me. Okay. Love you. She's fighting sleep. If the little ones, when they get to that point, you got to be like, yeah, you can't. You can't run like a maniac. Down here, like in this area, I'm afraid she's gonna eat like some floor or something. and that won't be that wouldn't be good. So that's why I'm like, you can't. You end up getting hurt. She is funny though. Give me 1 second. So there's another post here too. I saw something else. Let me make sure something. Man, some of these statements, they're crazy. These people, you know, that guy I brought up earlier, the guy who had give me a second here. I want to pull this up too. So there's another screenshot to show off. Like I said, I cannot say with any certainty that this stuff is true, but I am definitely here to watch the fallout, you know, for sure. That that John Dwayne Welton, again, they are afraid of him. You can tell. So I'm loving this part. Okay, so check this out. He'd put up something else on this. He had said, you know, it'd been over 15 hours since I posted about the 2-hour phone call with LMNOP, and all I've heard is crickets from the Fleece's garage. Well, you know, those crickets are pretty loud, aren't they? With LMNOP, yeah, and crickets. And drunk crook saying it's not true from his secret hideout in Otter Creek town dump he lives on. Actually, it looked like he was broadcasting from a tent. For real. I thought, man, is he really living in it? Are they living in a shed in a tent? That is... You know, that's why people gave so much money. They gave so much money because they were trying to help out a little girl, because a little girl is living in terrible conditions. And I think that's one thing that everybody should be able to agree on, is that nobody wanted a little girl living in terrible conditions. That has been one thing that, like I said, I think whether people agree or disagree with anything that's going on, I think that's been a universal idea. Nobody wants some little kid to suffer. These people took that money. They have not done anything. In right around 9 to 10 months, they have not done, they've done no construction. They've had months to get things going. And again, with Lynette, if they convince you to bring in their own people, you have the problem too of, again, look at the pasts of some of the folks that you're dealing with. If they bring in their own people, that is the epitome of scamming people, because they get to set the rates. They get to say, oh, well, we did this or that. And then they could just say that, you know, you're a problem, that there's this issue or that issue, and they can keep your money. That, like I said, is the epitome of what scamming is. You notice too, here's another thing. If these mofos weren't pulling some shady bullshit, if they knew that it didn't look shady as fuck from the outside, you know what they would do? They'd lawyer the fuck up and do something about it. Like I said, from the beginning, this stuff looks shady. All of it. You now have Lynette Preston saying, I haven't seen a dime of this done for almost 9 months. The time it would take to birth a baby. Nothing has been done. That's why all of the boisterous bullshit that they've tried to throw out there, it means nothing. It means nothing. Because again, they walked with the money. So before Fleeson or minions threaten me with a lawsuit, I don't own a channel. I'm not making money, or it wouldn't even matter, dude. If you are allowed to question people taking a fundraiser, and again, the money that they took from it, and they have changed up numbers. They have told you that a god-awful amount of it somehow went to a Christmas thing that was paid for by the donors, a fence that was paid for by the donors. Somehow that's ghosted a lion's share of the money. How is that possible? Well, now again, I wonder if there's something else money, Lynette. It does make me question, do you know that money was used for something else? Or or not. I mean, again, I am wondering how certain people, they've remained in this thing, that if they're not getting paid, certain people I don't think would remain around. So I think they have begun. They would also complain and moan about this too. Statements like that. When I say, hey, these people that demand money for everything they do, they're hanging around. Do you think they would not? They wouldn't complain and cry because I say that out loud, unless there's some truth to it. Strange. And again, they told you they weren't going to stick around unless they got paid, hundreds of dollars per item covered. You see how shoddy that workmanship is too. And yet, so isn't that bizarre? But anyway, he's like, I don't have that. You can't sue for reporting potential crimes. No, not even one word of BS lawyers they run around with is threatening everyone else. Your actions and posts are pure examples of freedom. Yeah, and again, if you really did reach out to these folks, even if the dude didn't, honestly, how exactly are they going to sue him? They've done everything they can to dodge any type of scrutiny at all. And again, the major donor that is part of that money has asked for his money back. He has told them that he wants his money to go to these people. He doesn't want them to have it. He's asked for his money back, and they said no. Now, again, I think that's telling. He said that he for whatever reason, when they said that they had an audit of finances, that was not true. Nobody audited those finances, which you knew that wasn't true anyway. I mean, we just knew that wasn't true anyhow. But they are still blaming him for all these things and saying that, again, we couldn't put up banners and that cost us so much more money, which is another write-off for their money machine. It's so bizarre. It is. But again, until they do something, actually, it's not true that nothing can happen without Lynette reporting it. But if Lynette reported it, that would be an end game. Random people can report it. They absolutely can. If you see something like that, you 100% have the ability to report the fraud of it. But if Lynette reported that people were raising money in her name and they wouldn't turn it over, then suddenly it becomes an issue, But again, Lynette, I really do hope you're talking to some neutral. I really hope that this guy, even if, like I said, and that this is not an insult to the person, I don't know. I don't know what the truth or not is of it, but I am entertained. And even if it wasn't, I would hope it would spur some kind of thought on actually going out and talking to a neutral lawyer. Somebody that would help you with that. I would love, with the person too, they wanted to know about communications related to the fundraising. Because I'm curious what they told you about money. Because they lied to you about how much. Again, I'd like to. One thing I would love that you could clarify real easily, Michelle Preston. How much money do you think was raised? Maybe somebody should ask her that. How much money do you think was raised? Not an insult, not a question. How much money did they tell you was raised? Because that amount, depending on what they said to you, and when did they tell you that? If you look back, it's kind of like what happened with the public. Remember the $50,000 thing? They didn't mention that until the donor dumped that information out in public. Then suddenly it wasn't a lie, but it became, they said it was a lie for a little while. Then it wasn't a lie. Then it was a lie again. And now it's not a lie. But you remember how that went as well. They tried to deny that was real for a bit too. So I'm curious if Preston didn't know how much money's there. And how would she know? How would she know the exact amount? again, they're picking up money from all over the place, and there's another person controlling your money. Do they tell you if you didn't let them control it, that all that money would be in jeopardy? Is that what they're playing off of? Because like I said, they're giving you totals that make no sense. But anyway, I hope you talk to a lawyer that's outside of all of this, because that lawyer maybe will talk some fucking sense into you. They'll tell you too, this bankruptcy is a garbage idea. Like, that is something. I do not know how you talk a person into that. I do not know how you, again, you got to remember too, money is a powerful incentive. So look at the Stark thing, for example. I don't know what they told you about suing all these people. I'm sure that they promised you all kinds of money. Now you're in a terrible position with the trespass case, for example. The way that's gone, you're looking at a lawsuit against you where you may end up with tens of thousands of dollars in decision because you brought a garbage lawsuit. And that's with your lawyers, I'm sure, told you, hey, let's do that. Thumbnail litigation is the same way. You're looking at problems there. And Stark's passing does not get you off the hook. I mean, you're in a bad way. And again, these problems ultimately, see, my problem with this is I'm not trying, again, to take any of the credit off of Michelle Preston. What I'm trying to say is these people left her holding the bag. And while entertaining, I would love to see them. See, they think that they won't have any comeuppance. They think that they can just sit around and they can get away with it all. And wow, it's been something else. Oh, man, I'm going to end here. Actually, I think I'll cover tomorrow the filing. So there is a filing, by the way. Let me show you this real quick. I'm not going to cover it tonight. I just want to show you. It'll be item 107. I need to do redaction on it anyway. I want to read it over. It's the Ray Bone Crusher document. But I want to redact where you can see certain things that they've been set up to obfuscate, let's say. So check this out. Here's the Ray Bone Crusher again. This is Doc 107. You know, it had gone in on today, on the 22nd. It's a lot of copy paste. It'll be fun to go over. It'll be fun to cover. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. But the real amazing thing, besides again, this is some copy paste bullshit, man. You need to get a lawyer. Ray, I can't stand you, sir, but you need to get a real lawyer. All you people do, you need to lawyer the fuck up and stop listening to people. Like, again, that for whatever reason, many of them, I know people like Ray, so they were listening to paint chips. Holy shit, that dude is not a fucking practicing lawyer. He's not supposed to be giving legal advice. But you notice he just doesn't give a fuck about the law or anything that deals with that. That should be concerning to them, to be honest. Lawyer up for real, man. Stop using I mean, look at this stuff, man. I mean, this is some copy paste. I'm curious. I'm gonna run this through. I'm gonna see if I can find where some of this came from, because I am curious about that. I wonder if there's any legal documents that compare. I think that's one thing that people should try out as well. See if any of the documents that come up, especially from these folks, do they classify as AI? Are there fake citations? Because that has become an issue from certain people that have been attached to this stuff. So are there fake citations? And is this a copy paste job from something else? It'd be interesting to find out. But anyway, let's hit some super chats. Like I said, I appreciate you all. It's been a fun stream. It's been a really good one. Sister Sal, I appreciate you being here on a Friday too, because like I said, I hate Friday streams sometimes. So Sister Sal, thank you for 10 giftos. Appreciate that. Kicked it right off there too. That's amazing. Thank you. Ira Lee, thank you for the gifted membership too. So I watched 11 pop out. I was like, holy crap, that's amazing right off the top. Thank you for that. Max Lab, thanks for that. Oh my God, such an insane evening tonight. Yes, it has been crazy. You would think there's other stuff too. I'll mention something to you in a few days, which is even crazier. You'll be like, that's weird. Just wait for that one too. Pantherus, thank you for 20 there. There's not a statement attached, but man, that is definitely a statement. Thank you. Thank you for backing the channel. Appreciate you. Sister Sal dropped a 20 there. Smash them likes, baby. And share that content. Whoop, whoop. That's right. Whoopin', whoopin'. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, by the way, Sister Sal. Whoopin', whoopin'. Appreciate it. Tracy, thank you for the 50 there. That's crazy. Thank you there. Breadsticks to make the haters hate, jealous a little more. I know their eyes, they probably fog up. They do. Imagine sitting on a stream for 9 hours. 9 hours. And people barely caring. Again, that just blows my mind. I couldn't believe, like, again, I'm going to go through that transcript that I was showing you. That's 2.5 hours of 8+ hours. It's wild. Ugh. And I will, like I said, I'll go through and mark it better. I pulled out some points, but my God, listening to this is so hard to do. Fallen Hero dropped a gifted membership too. Thank you, Fallen Hero. As always, man, appreciate you. I cannot say that enough. Thank you, my friend. J Hoop, thanks for the 5 there. Don't talk bad about my favorite show, please. Those Fleabag streams are a gold mine. I've been prospecting there successfully for quite some time. Indeed. Now, I'm talking about the mod stream, though, man. The mod stream is rough to listen to. The flea streams depend. They could have some funny moments depending on what's there and what they're covering. They're just, God, though, the crickets and stuff are hard to listen to. As Sean, thanks for the 10 there. Happy Friday, everyone. Indeed. I hope you all have had an excellent one leading into the weekend. Like I said, Friday on streams feels like my Monday. So, because my Monday is spent on another channel typically. So it's such a weird thing. But on real life, it's about the opposite. Just Jay, thanks for the 5. I would like to buy a banner for Stupid Dave. He's been kind of down lately. I wonder why. In 2012, thanks for the 2 there. Don't want a banner, just want you to say y'all. I'm like I said, I'm not selling banners though. I don't know what people think of that. I'm gonna pick some names out of some stuff. I don't know how many we can get into an area, and I'll pick a few random people too. I don't, I think it's fun if you want to. If you like the project we do, and you enjoy the entertainment, then by all means back. But you're not back into, this thing obviously is a spoof of what they've done. And when you look at the absurdity to it, when you look at it modeled out and look at how crazy this seems, it's nowhere near crazy compared to the real thing, Terry, thanks for the 5. The camper needs some headlights. Yeah, I didn't really want that, for real. Maybe, you know what? I think I could get some. I wonder if they sell toy headlights. Let me check this out. Okay. Give me a minute. Toy headlights. Oh my God, that's so gross. They make every other kind of bug. Oh, here's a giant microbe louse plushie. Oh, you get a plushie of a lice? That's so nasty. Why would anybody want that? Hey, little kids, here. We've gotten you a big louse. Gross. They sell head louse plushies. That's awful. That is so awful. I kind of almost want one now just to complete my uh to have a giant instead of a moon, it's a giant orbiting head louse. Oh my god. Oh Lord. Uh, mm. I don't need to lay that. I wonder if you could find some choice of it. Jace, thank you for the 2. Sent you some trash and other things. Thank you. Thank you for that. Again, I do appreciate it. Like I said, the the wonderful the wonderful outhouse. That's a beautiful addition. It looks cool there too. That's great, man. That's a great build. I like it. And then I got the add-on for the RV, which I thought was funny. I mean, all this stuff is great. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2 there. This crook have a crush on the flea? Well, it does make me wonder something. I mean, so anytime LMNOP talked about people having contact that were women with Cook, she was always saying that they wanted to get them on there, right? So I wonder what she thinks about that. I wonder what she thinks about 2L, or I wonder what she thinks about Marla. Marla's like, come over and deliver me a diamond, baby. I'm wondering. I'm wondering. They said it about other people, so what do they think with that? Man. Lynette is still posting. Oh my God. That's amazing. Oh man, check this. Oh Lord. No, we'll save it for tomorrow. I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not. I gotta photograph it. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I would just keep covering, but man, at some point I have to turn off the content spigot for the night. I do. At some point I have to turn it off. Ugh. These people, man. Preston, like I said, she'll call out everybody except for the people that steal her money. That's amazing to me. But it's getting saucier. Maybe not. Drop 50 on that. Thank you. I love this stream. Thank you, Tug Chat. I thank you. Maybe not. And for real, I very much appreciate you. These streams, man. The RV. Oh no, the RV just crashed. I moved the light that was on there and it knocked it over. You could hear it crash. I think this turtle, by the way, I think there's something wrong with it. Would you like to? I don't know how many of you are. How many of you are doctors out there? I think there's something. Are turtles supposed to be spotted? I'm just curious. Here, let me show you. I'm going to show you my brand new spotted turtle is a great attraction to the this is what I've been messing with tonight. This is what the kid was talking about. She's like, why are you coloring? Check it out. 1 minute. You'll like this. I think you'll like this anyway. It's so wild to have my wonderful parody thing. So I don't know about you. I'm not sure how many of you are actually doctors out there, or But does that turtle look healthy? I mean, yeah, it's that new shellless type. I mean, sometimes you do hit those, right? I mean, find those, not hit those. Not implying we ran it over with an RV, but man, Lynn, that's what it is. The spots. The turtle's got the black mold. Oh no. Oh my God, the turtle's got the black mold. Holy crap. That's what happened to it, man. It went in the RV and it got the black mold, and suddenly. And all this wood was perfect, by the way. It was perfect until the RV fell on it. Oh my God. I got to get a wrecker. I got to get a wrecker to tow off the RV. That'll make it perfect too. And thank you, maybe not, Lord. Taz, thanks for the 5 giftos. Appreciate that. Thank you there. Oh, thank you, Taz. By the way, that's awesome. I like your picture there too. It's cute. Look at that. Brazilla's testing out the new avatar for a fence. Look at that avatar. Holy crap, that's amazing. I love it. Introducing Tape Man. Blue tape. Keeping our fence post up. I love it. Came at Red Queen. Thanks for the 5 there. All the banners should be on clear plastic. That way it's clear. Just like the ones you have up now, see through. Yeah, actually, we have up 72 banners. I don't know if you noticed that. You may have to stare really close, but I mean, we already did. I thought we wouldn't clear coat these next ones, but yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, if you look there, look, there's 62 banners. See them? And look at that concreting. I mean, look how amazing that is. It's just like the real thing. It is just like the real thing. Oh my God. I have way too much fun with that thing. Maybe not. Thanks you for the 10 giftos as well. Thank you, maybe not. Again, man. Thank you. That is awesome. And thank you for your support too. I do appreciate you. I very much appreciate it. And like I said on the weekend, these weekend streams, man. So I appreciate it too. I love covering stuff on the weekends. I love it when I start having the live stream. I love it too. I have fun with it. It's just weekend streams. You came at Red Queen. Thank you for the gifted membership too. Thank you for that. I much appreciate that as well. Thank you. Andre, thank you for the 2 there. I wonder what they have on Lynette Silencer. I know. I've been saying that myself. I wonder what it is. Because they've got to have something. It's going to be saucy, right? But I do wonder what's there. Ria Ryan, thanks for the 2 there. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Oh, it's Stupid Dave. Oh my God. Maybe I could get a discount. I wonder if any place has made an overweight Superman action figure. Let me look that up. Overweight Superman action figure. Fat Superman action figure. Oh my God, there are ones on sale. Holy crap, there are. Oh my God, there is a fat Superman. Oh my God, you gotta see this. It's real. Okay, let's see. It listed, I put in overweight, but it's fat Superman action figures. Oh Lord, they make them. Oh Lord. Some of these are amazing. Let's see. Let's see if they pull up under shopping or what. I pulled up on my phone. But you can see a couple of them that were just, oh God, they're funny. I like that. Check this out. Like, look at that one right there. He's a lot of fun. Look at that Iron Man. A fat Iron Man. I wonder if they got a fat Iron Man. I bet they got a fat Superman. It's AliExpress. It'll take 6 weeks to get here, but let's see if there's any other ones. Oh my God. God, there's some. Oh, there's a really fat one from Pinterest. Look, there's a really fat Superman on his couch eating pizza. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I like that one. Oh my God, that's good. Look at him. He's like, oh, he's over here. He's getting in his refrigerator. It's got, look at his belly. Oh my gosh. I can't believe these are real. People actually made fat Supermans. Oh, that's amazing. Bill, thanks for the 2. Hey, Tuck, I sent you a pic of some fence banners. I will check this out in a minute. Thank you. Janice, thank you also. I'm going to go through just thanking people here. Even if I shouted you, I still want to. Janice, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Sister Sal also, thank you. DeFloofy, thank you. Maybe not. These are when the Raider is here. So these were shouted out then. But like I said, I want to do it again. Dwayne, thank you. Taz, also thank you. Jada, thank you. Martin, thank you there. I thought that was funny. Joe, thank you. She gave me the face like, I ain't spending much on you. Sheila, thank you there. LaWanda, thank you as well. Buns, thank you. Also, I saw Kitty Kate. I don't think I hit that there. Thank you for the 9 months there. Thank you. Love the bug indeed. Thank you for that. Kimmy, also thank you. Thank you for 2 there. Phyllis, thank you for your month there. Appreciate you. That was fun. She likes to be called Big Umbrella Girl. So it's all good, with that. Thank you to your mom. That was funny. Her face on that one too. It was like, your mom, like my mom. It's like, no. Janice, thank you again. Sassy, what's up? Thank you too. I did see that come through. Like I said, I appreciate it. I'm glad to be able to shout that out. Let me see. Oh man. Hey, LB, I'm going to say, sent PayPal. I don't know if a name, so it comes through with a name. So like I said, if I don't know a name, I use initials. So you know what I'm talking about. Sent 40. That's awesome. But thank you. I'm going to, like I said, we'll be hitting 5 Below tomorrow. Both kids will be like, oh yeah, I need some stuff. 5 Below is an interesting place. They do some crazy stuff. I was surprised. The 5 Below here, I mean, we're in the middle of like, not so podunk. It's not like an Otter Creek small, but it's a small place. It is definitely a smaller place, but they have a Japanese candy section there. So the kids will be like, oh my God, I've got to get in there. So James, thank you too. Check out Kimmy in chat. I'm sorry, I can't roll back to it, unfortunately. If Kimmy, if you noted something that I need to see, or that is important, I'm looking at the chat right now. So if it's something that should be noted with that, let me know. Mary, I had sent you an email yesterday. I just remembered. Let me see what that was about. Give me a second. Let me check. I answered a bunch of emails today. It was like insane amounts of emails. So I don't know. Lord. Again, can you bump that to me? Will you just put bump on it? That if you reply to all and just say bump, that's all you got to do. It'll send it to me again, and it'll be at the top of and I'll remember it. Like I said, I apologize. I get flooded with emails. I answered about, God, I say, give me a second. Okay, so I went through catching up emails today, and again, I gave short answers to some folks. Oh yeah, Mary. Are you talking about the the filing email? Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yes, I've seen those. If that's what you're mentioning, I'm not sure. I just want to make sure that I'm looking at it. The right emails, right people, because there are a lot of them. But today I answered, I think there's 44 emails I responded to today alone. And I can only do so many in that. And again, I appreciate when you write and stuff. I definitely read. And I hate a one-word utterance like thanks. That seems so. You might as well not respond at all. If you're like, thanks, cool, awesome. But some of the stuff you guys sent is amazing too. Hey, George, thanks for the 20 there. Hey, Douglasworth, much love from the Amazon career. Yes, indeed. Also, according to JC, I'm personally responsible. Oh, yeah, I forgot that. So he did. That was crazy. So he said that Georgie is somehow responsible for all 32 CPS calls. Now, it's not Jeremy anymore. You notice they take all of this number, this There's 32 now, and they say they just blame random people. Again, it's the same thing. It's like an extension of the what she says people do with a child. It's an extension of that. And that is wild. I did see that, though. That's true. They tried to shoehorn 32 claims to be like that one person. And I was kind of shocked by that. I mean, there's a lot. Like, I was taking notes. Finally, I was like, I gotta, because these were my notes. I noted, quote, this is how I wrote it. Coop supposedly said something on removing fence pieces, and Cook to the donors, quote, you really want to incite someone to get killed. And I wrote in parentheses, what a crock. Wrote, 2L is afraid, this is another note, that Preston might actually be talking to someone about about the 2L and the money. You can tell. You can tell from the responses. You can tell from the way the cackle comes out. You can tell sometimes that she is actually afraid that they're going to talk. They're going to burn her for it. And because it's the perfect grid. I mean, Lynette Preston's the perfect mark because she figures she can't go to the police. Then I also put in mad at Biscuit Boy because he said he was going to call his quote unquote people, that'd be his YouTube people, warriors. And also in parentheses, it said he's tired of being walked on, John Cook threatened Travis. There's the implied threat. He's worn out his welcome here. Huh. That's weird. I also put LOL. They were talking about permits for Travis. But remember, LP doesn't matter. So you have 2L sitting on a live stream with John Cook talking about permits. I thought this was funny too. I forgot all about this. And in there, they're talking about how Travis, his permit for this and that. But remember, permits be damned. They were going to build her barn without permits, but now permits matter. So they matter for Travis. They went on this big rant about, I put in birdhouse camera. Also put up banners. I said banners. When banners were brought up, conversation interestingly stopped from certain people. They talked about banners, though, and kept going, LOL clowns. These are just my notes. Cook said he wanted to put them up, and weirdly, the conversation, it just drifts. 2L wanted to make excuses. No grommets, blah, blah, blah. We're going to put them on the fence now. And I wrote these stupid Fs. So they said the banners, they want to put them up because then Jeremy, he won't be able to look at the fence. So it's all about harassment. Really, the banners are about harassing Jeremy. They took shots at Only Me. Again, they won't use his name, but 2L, the panel, Cook, they all took shots there. Cameras, they plotted trying to get Jeremy arrested. They are saying that. They are saying that they are trying to get him arrested off of cameras while also plotting, they said they told law enforcement that he has been taking footage of the child. So their plot is to try to get something you can notice from public. Anyway, here's an idea, and you'll notice this from every freaking independent auditor channel that's out there, right? With cops, you cannot trespass the eyes. If I can see it from a public vantage point, you can't trespass my eyes. So I'm driving down the road and I see something. They're talking about, you can't get footage if you can get footage of anybody in the public, dipshits, man. And if you want to build a fence to keep out the public, make it high enough it keeps out the public. Make more than one wall of it. Don't put up a garbage wall. That's so gross too. It's so ridiculous. Lisa said that all of this stuff was sent to the authorities. And actually, the funny thing else, this really cracked me up. They said that Jeremy actually is the one who's stalling the cases. That's right. It's somehow part of Palama, because even though They broke for bankruptcies and they've tried to stall out, and Bruce bragged about stalling. It was actually somehow Jeremy who is stalling. It's like, are you kidding me? They kept asking for more time to do this. It's like, are you kidding me? Yeah, they threw in, I'm Georgie. That's so funny. I put in a note about you in there. That is crazy. Yeah, Jen, thank you for your membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Stubbs. Appreciate you there. McDev, thanks for 5. I can't help thinking that John is doing to her the same thing he did to the wife in the bottle in the shed. Yeah, see, that's one thing that really does stick in my mind. If there is any truth whatsoever to the wife in the shed thing, these people who are supposed to be her advocates are setting on. We're talking about women setting on a stream with a guy that has been accused of some pretty heinous shit. Now, what that tells me is they think that Lynette Preston is a liar, straight up a liar. But they don't answer the keeping the remains in the shed bit. How messed up that is. Like, why would you keep that? It sounds like keeping some morose trophy, you know. Unfortunately, this lady that tried to get away from John, according to LP, she is eternally just kept around like a war trophy in a shed. Her remains are there. If you ever hear anything like that happening with me, I hope somebody would liberate me. Liberate me. I wonder, does anybody get that reference, by the way? Can you tell me what movie that's from? If you do. If you do, I would give you some kudos for it. Let's see. McDead, thanks for the 5 there. Oh, yeah, I get that one. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that, too. That is a good question now. CK, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. I hate that they give super chat level and they don't allow you to say. They should allow you to say something, you know? But you said plenty there, too, by backing the channel. Thank you. George, thanks for the other 10 there. Breadsticks to take off the haters. Timu crew loves Togglesworth. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. You know, I have very much appreciated watching the anger that you all bring out in these folks. They really hate you all. And that really endears you to me. It does. Yes, they call you Marble Mouth. That's what I'm saying. So, George, that is you remember with I Watch So You Don't Have To. You remember how, first of all, I can't believe they want to insult anybody's mouth, you know? Are you kidding me? Or speech or anything else. That's why it cracks me up. You know, you're in good company, by the way, because apparently listening to me is totally unwatchable. I think I butt hurt Robbie so much covering the blue tape. Like he went on a rant whining about how it's just so unwatchable. Oh my God. Like I said, get on my level, punk. You know? I mean, you ain't on my level. You ain't on the level to tie my fucking shoestrings, son. You know? I mean, damn. You can insult like my productivity when you can get anywhere near my level. I can, like I said, I can post about biscuits. Well, unfortunately, though, I don't have any peen rocks or other things to sell right now. So, oh no. Oh my God. I wish I really, oh my God. I think I might put together a faux auction. I will not sell peen rocks though. We will take we will take faux bids. Wink, wink. Faux bids again, not real for some rocks. We will see if we can get the bidding up to $40 billion. That's amazing. But yeah, they went after Georgia. And I think, like I said, I lost my track there. But Marble Mouth, I'm pretty sure was one of the nicknames that I Watch So You Don't Have To was using. And all they did is just, I mean, they flagrantly steal stuff from people that are funny. That's what kills me. But they hate you enough that, like I said, it entertains me. So you keep up the good job with that. Maybe I should put some banners on the RV. That would be funny too. We could sponsor the RV. Hey, I wonder what all the buttons do, by the way. Let's see. It's got a bunch of buttons. You heard that one go off. I wonder what the rest of them do. What's this one do? Oh, wow. Look, it's got a horn. That's awesome. What else do you do? Sorry, I was doing super chats. I forgot what I was doing. I hear all that. My kids are like, "You're like a kid, like an old kid." You're like, "Oh my god, hey, look at that toy. That's cool. I'm playing with it." William, thanks for the 10 there. It's like Matt, be the Twitter files guy. I'm gonna have to look him up. I can't think of who he is. He's very intelligent, but should never do. Oh yeah. There are people like that. Now again, I don't know him. Pregnant pauses drive me effing crazy. Some people just do. Yeah, well, some people also are entertaining. Like again, it's not an insult in saying that. Some people do a great job when they do videos. Some people, they just don't do well on a show. You know, they can't be entertaining. They also don't have the equipment for it.
Are you on your live stream?
Am I on my live stream?
Yeah, like you live stream. Like no one's on. That's not.
Hey, I showed the people our blue tape video the other day. Do you know that?
Yeah. Well, if I listen to it again.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, make sure you don't say blue tape.
No, I'm gonna bring up the blue tape commercial thing. You want to listen to it? I'll give you my headphones. Here, I'll put them on.
Yeah, make sure.
Wait. Here, I'll put it on for you.
Make
There you
sure.
go. You're about to get tangled up in it. You got it? You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Yeah, like that.
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yay! You like that?
You remember the part that took me a while to say blue tape?
You did really good, actually. You did very good. We only had to do it twice there?
Yeah.
Because we did that one time. We cut out, there was a little pause in the middle, right? And the first time was my fault because I messed up on the recording thing, remember?
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, I know. I hit the button. Remember, I hit it wrong. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I hit the thing on there. I was getting her close and it couldn't pick her up all the way.
Hey, look, why is this turtle so gray?
He's a great turtle. He's been digging. He dug a hole.
Where?
He's been trying to get out of the place. They're all escaping.
Yeah.
You know, they're climbing out.
Why they trying to climb out?
Huh? Well, maybe they like freedom. I think this turtle right here in the turtle rescue, I think he's the Braveheart of turtles. He's like, freedom! Can you say that? Freedom!
Yeah. Why can you just let that one out?
Yeah.
He's so short that he can't.
He's trying to climb out the top.
Look, he's not.
You see the RV, by the way? Look at my sassy RV. What do you think?
Yeah.
Hey, push that button.
Okay.
Push it. Push it hard. Oh wait, that's a blow up button. Oh no, it's gonna blow up.
It doesn't blow up.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad.
Make sure not to press it down.
Yeah, don't press the button. Oh gosh, no.
Oh, it was just them hucking.
Yeah.
Hey, can you open this door?
Look at this one. Right, it's got a little sunshade. You like that?
Yeah.
And you check this out. It's got a door too. Look at that.
Can you get inside?
Can I get inside? I don't think so. I think I'm a little too fat for that. Yeah, when the door, look, it's headlights. Come on. Can you open the doors in the front? See? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Now don't run off in my RV. I see what you're trying to do.
No, Carly. Carly, play with it.
We will look at it in a little bit, okay? I know you'll run off with it. Go right there. No, leave it alone. It'll fall. Leave it alone. Yeah. There you go.
But that one was
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, you're supposed to be getting rest. I forgot. Aren't you getting ready for Five Below? I mean, if you don't want to go to Five
Why?
Below,
I think he hoped for. I think it's a girl or boy.
which one? The turtle?
This turtle.
I don't know. It's a girl or boy.
I think it's a boy.
You think it's a boy? Why do you think?
Yeah,
It's climbing.
yeah, because boys can climb better than girls sometimes.
You climb too, though. You're a girl. You climb. So you're a climber and fast and all that. So
Yeah.
hey, come here. But you need to go get some rest. If we're going,
But
are we going to?
why
Hey,
can't he get
hey, are we going to Five Below tomorrow for real? Yes or no? Are we going tomorrow?
What about that toast video?
Not today.
No toast, toast,
No.
toast.
No toast today.
No toast. No,
Okay.
that video of the toast.
Yeah, I see it. I see it up there. Did you ever say, hey, did you see that video of Dad dancing? Have you seen my dance?
Does it have any noise?
You want to see it? It doesn't have any noise. You want to see it? There we go. Check it out. Ooh, watch. Oh, I'm sleeping and dancing. What do you think of that?
It's cool,
You
but
like my dance? Oh,
what?
yeah.
It's freaking dad.
Breaking Dad. That's right. It's Breaking Bad. She remembers it. That's Breaking Dad.
Yeah, because you made a breaking dad.
Yep. All right. Hey, go get your rest though. Gotta go.
Are
Gotta
you
go do things.
hungry?
You're supposed to be in bed.
I'm hungry.
You cannot pull that every time it's time for bed.
I'm hungry though. I haven't eaten anything today.
You have two. You ate 3 times today. I'll make you something again in about 20 minutes. Okay. All right. I'll make you something else. Yeah. Oh, I'll make you something else. But you have 2 eating today. Crazy. She's like, I'm not eating. Crazy. Yes, ma'am, please. Thank you. I'm not eating ever. That's Friday. Second Chief, thanks for the vibe. Just paid off my home equity loan this morning. Back to debt free. Man, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. I hope to be there in my life as well. I'm working toward, I'm trying to work there. Banter, thanks for that. Don't forget the tent tug. Oh yeah. You know what's bad is I'm going to have to set up another piece. I've actually got this place over. You know those 6 drawer carts, like you can get to put in like supplies or whatever. I use them for art supplies, but that roll around and everything. I have one of those, and I'm thinking of setting up my turtle purgatory on that because this thing is growing so bad. I'm gonna have to have more land. I'm out of land. I mean, to be fair, they have so much junk on their place because they have a lot of area cleaned out. They just misuse it, I mean, what's bad is they could go in and really do something with that place. They had the money to do it too. They had the money not to just build up the barn dough, but they had the money to truly turn that place around. And somebody withheld it from them. So, I mean, granted, they put up a garbage bag up on a fence. So maybe, yeah. But at the same time, they at least had the money to do it. I'm not saying that they would do it, but look at that. Take the garbage bag down. It looks horrible. It does. That looks horrible. You appealed, I mean, you surely, if you want to build up something, you should complain at the people too that built a privacy fence and didn't make it tall enough to not cover road view. I mean, they could have made it tall, but they didn't. They didn't. They didn't account for the fact that there's a divot there. It's not flat ground. So they didn't account. That's what you get for not bringing a contractor in. You didn't bring in a contractor. You brought in a bunch of dregs that did the work, and they made a mess of it, lady. Linda, thanks for the 2 there. Tug, blessings to you and your family. Oh, thank you. Interfere. Yeah, they have. They very much have done that. They have. That's all these people do, though. That's all they do. Thank you, man. Sam, thanks for 11 months there. Thank you for that. Time flies. I hope Georgia gets Savannah. Maybe some marbles on it too. Thanks, Doug. Indeed. Indeed. Bonnie asked about that whole stream. I took what I needed from it. You know, I took 2.5 hours, but the rest of it is it's gotten, let's just say. I know somebody else picked it up. Kim, thanks for the 13 months. What was the purpose of the anti-banners tug? They were to harass Jeremy Hales. They noted that. They said that it would annoy Jeremy, and I mean, they went on a little tirade about that on that show. They talked about how it would annoy him and he would hate to see it and stuff. So the whole purpose of posting that is not for the enjoyment of the project or anything else. It's not to shout at people. It's just to, again, it's to harass Jeremy Hales. They, like I said, they admitted it. They were talking about it. They had John Cook on there admitting to it too. They would put it up. I mean, I cannot believe the shit they admit to live. It's amazing. But that's it. And you think that the Tugs, Pond Scum Posse, the Pond Scum Posse would be funny, you know, for sure. But Naked, thanks for the 10 there. Tiger King wore a gun or handgun for protection against large wild cats. I guess JC has a handgun to protect himself from large, diddly, untamed tortoises. You know those tortoises, man. I mean, sometimes in their bid to get free, nobody knows what they might do. Oh my God. Never seen. The kid, by the way, was talking about, so there's so much being added to the setup here. Give me a second. She was asking about what the one turtle is doing. Give me a minute. Let me show you this. She was talking about there's a turtle that's actually escaped. It's one of the new ones that has come in. Again, somebody lovingly made, and I appreciate it. God, I love these things. I've had more fun making this thing. And I'm just getting started. I mean, again, that's why I've got to add. I'm already I need to add more land. So I think tomorrow I'll probably have to spend $20 on adding more land. No. It entertains you folks, though. It entertains me too. It entertains you folks. People that, like I said, just send me cool stuff, and it needs to be added. So look here, it's a tortoise too. I love this. So she was asking, why is that turtle gray? You know, check it out. We have an escapee. Look, he dug out right around the outhouse somewhere. he's on the way out. We got that one. Check him. That's the one that likes to dig. Yep, he tunneled free, baby. He tunneled free. I love that. It's not, like I said, I love the outhouse. I love the effect. I love that. It's made. It's so good. Pat, thanks for the 2 tug. Max Lab asked to check my email. I did catch that. Thank you. I did. And I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Carol, thanks for the 5 there. They keep talking about jurisdiction. They sound like someone said, they do, man. You know, well, the problem is, I mean, you've got people giving advice that you have people advising them that aren't even U.S. citizens, man. And I mean, I'm like, you know, and that's okay if you understand the law, but they don't. They absolutely have no idea. These people, they don't even understand the first thing about protective orders. And what annoys me is again, I hear Lynette Preston mouth the same things they're saying. And that's bad. It's not good for anybody. It's not safe for Jeremy Hales, but it's bad for them too. So, I mean, if we're pretending, Rogue Mama also, thank you. Appreciate you for that. I've noted these earlier. I'm sorry I missed you there too. Thank you as well. The little one loved the name. She was like, Roomy, like roommate, Roomy. Thank you. Also, Rogue Mama, thank you. Patty dropping that for the 5 below too. Thank you. Donna, also thank you again. Sister Sal, drop that. Thank you as well. Janice, also, again, thank you. Much appreciated. Cat, that's hilarious too. A Coke for her. We'll find her one without sugar in it. Also, Val. So I see 2 people noted. Panther and Suzanne, let me get you some birthday song. I'm glad. Let us give you some for Val.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Val. What's
From
up?
both of us to you. Happy birthday!
Birthday.
May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday!
Birthday.
We love to have you here. Happy birthday! Here's to another year.
Another bunch of years. You're gonna have a bunch more in the future. And thank you. And thank you both for pointing that out. I appreciate that too. Christine, thanks for this. Sent you an email. Lisa posted something funny. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see. I'm gonna have to stack up stuff for tomorrow, man. I've been on. Let's see. I'll have to. Oh my god. Some of the stuff that people said are hilarious. Let me see what that one is. Oh no. She posted about integrity. Yeah. You show that integrity thing. Yeah. How about turn your money over to the people you scammed out of it, you lying piece of garbage? I swear to God. Bug Naked, thanks to the stuffed louse with stupid Dave. Oh my God, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. I kind of want that stuffed louse now. I'm telling you. Never thought I'd say that, but I do. Barb, thanks for the month there. Hey Tug, what do you think about half a sheet of plywood and 2 more turtle games? You'd have room for? Yeah, for sure. Oh, it does. I think more turtle. Like I said, you can take the turtles off of them. I don't know what the color of a Hungry Hippo game is, but the turtle games, you can use the green for it. So I can connect them like little spots, and I can take the shells off of the discarded ones. So for sure, I'm thinking about adding a couple there. Hey, Aussie Wombat, thanks for 30 minutes. Sent money via PayPal for a new book. Hey, let me see. Did I? Give me 1 second. Is that the one I mentioned a minute ago, where I didn't know? Again, if I noted, did I catch it earlier? I did, by the way. Buy the new book. There was I'm gonna be very careful in recommending this, okay? Just because some people might find it. It depends on your it depends on your offense level, because there's some pretty stuff in it. But there's a new book that came out. It's there's stories from The Stand, the Stephen King book, The Stand. They're continued by other authors, and I love The Stand, man. It had a major impact on me when I was younger. In fact, I liked it enough. They did a Marvel comic book of it, a comic book version of The Stand, which is really good. But I own about 8 or 9 original pages from that. It's what because I love The Stand. I absolutely do. But these stories from it, some of them, yeah, I don't know if I can recommend some of them. Some of them I like. But some of them, and I actually can't say it's not that I don't like the stories. Some of them, it's just the level of depravity in some of them. Like, man, that cup of tea, it's hard to gauge people's, if you like horror, fine. But there's another level of horror. And there's a couple of stories that are pretty, like I said, they're pretty dark. Now, there's some that are really good. But anyway, the point is, I like that enough. I got the hardback book and I got the audio book. So I like to sit down. I'll probably listen to it on the go, and then I'll sit down and read the thing as well. I kind of like doing that with a book that I want to read really bad. So book wise, thank you. I do appreciate sending over for books. I love books, man. The kids love them. For myself, like I read a lot. The kids, I encourage them to read. Every now and then I'll buy me a book and I'll buy them 5. Trying to keep them in. And the oldest has been really getting into some some stuff that I was like, man, I'm proud of you for reading at the level. And the little one, man, she loves reading and she loves math. So that's awesome. Emma, thanks for that. Did you get my progress email? I did not see your progress email. I usually keep an eye out for those. So will you bump that up for me? Because I did not notice it. Maybe it got buried. I always love seeing those. So will you bump that for me? And Georgie, what's up? Thanks for another follow there. Hashtag Team Upine Rocks. Coming soon to a stream near you. Oh no. Oh no. You gotta be careful with those things. You want to put an eye out and put a stream out. Gross. That's so nasty. A lot of those people selling those is so nasty. All right. I think I'm going to. You resend the email. Okay. Pics attached to. Okay. I'll check that out. I'll see what it is. Let's see. Janice, also, thank you for the 10 there. I used to have a poster magnified my pubic louse, and the caption was pubic enemy number 1. That's hilarious. So a drug rep gave it. See, I mean, drug reps. I've had some pretty crazy stuff from drug reps. You know, when I worked in mental health, we would get all kinds. I worked as the director at one of the mental health facilities. You know, you would have. You would typically have a therapist. This happens in a lot of mental health facilities too. You'll have either a therapist or some other staff that, you know, again, they see clients that run the place. And the reason they do that is so you understand operations. You know, you understand, like as a therapist, it was also running operations there. They don't usually do that with a nurse practitioner. You know, most places they don't use doctors now. They have nurse practitioners on staff instead. But we would staff like 3 or 4 nurse practitioners. And the nurse practitioners, they would come in all the time wanting to tell us about whatever new thing was on the market. You know, it would. The only good thing about that was lunch, you know, because so much of that stuff, when you would read up on some of the medication, you're like, no, no, that's not. But they would bring in some of the stuff that they would market with, or some of, oh man, they had some cool stuff, but they had some weird stuff too. You know, I always love seeing like the weird advertisement stuff that they would bring in, though, especially like little brain models and all of that. But I got one that looked like it was a brain with a bug in it, you know, like a little caption bug. I can't remember what it was for, but it's supposed to remind you, you know, you like get a bug in your thoughts, you know. So they had a little model with a bug in a brain. It's like that thing. I thought it was cool. It was weird though. It's very weird. No, Emma, thank you too. You bumped that up. Thank you very much. I appreciate you doing that. That way I can check it out for sure. But anyway. All right, I'm going to call it here. We've been on for a hot minute. Let me see. Oh yeah, by the way, I see the offense panel bump. Yes, I saw that too. So there was a question on here that's been bumped back up. It said if I'm counting correctly, they were again. I've seen this, so there's not anything that's not. Again, I usually don't go through emails and read them aloud, but I thought this was good. So if you're counting correctly, it said there are 10 to a bundle, 5 bundles. So the question is, where did they all go? As there's no way now, 50 of those were used across. Yeah, I was looking at the truck itself, and it looked like they might have had a little bit more material than they needed. That's what I was wondering as well, too, you know? Because I'm wondering, there's no way that they got it down to a panel, you know? They didn't have the forethought for that. So it is a good question. Like, what happened to any overture? What happened to any overture for supplies, too? Like I mean, we're not just talking about panels. We're talking about all the other materials that came with it. What happened? I think that was a good question. Anyway. We will pick up tomorrow. There's other stuff to cover tomorrow. I'm going to end here, or I'll be on all night. We'll just be sitting around talking about crap all night long, which would be good, except I can hear a thunderstorm. I think we're about to get hit with one. So we're probably in for a night of lost power. So I appreciate you all. I'll be back tomorrow, and we will see you.